American League. We have 8 players from NA East fighting for points to solidify themselves in the leaderboards. At the end of the region finals, we'll have $10,000 on the line per region, man. That's quite juicy if you ask me. I'm Mitsu's joined today, but none other than Ultra David.
Mitsu! Mitz!
Yes.
What's up, buddy?
Yes.
Last time we commentated together, I'm pretty sure that you had longer hair than I did. Things have changed. Things have changed in the Mortal Kombat world. We have a whole brand new pro season as well. Yeah, and as you said, look, this lineup, I feel, may be the strongest in the world. The NA East region is super stacked. We have players in here that have been in these high-level competitions for a long, long time, and we have players who are still on the come-up, too, which is really, really great to see. Got to look at the bracket right here. Just run it down for you. We have Combat. Guess what? He won the whole thing last time. It's Biohazard, his opponent. The Mighty Unjust versus Honeybee as well. You have Show Off and Black Lives Matter in loser's side. And then to round out loser's side, Hayate and Kerbolicious.
I mean, you said it yourself. It's quite stacked. I mean, so many names that definitely should ring a bell. We see these players go at it at whole different majors, and I mean, yeah, you said yourself, Combat took last week, so of course being the first seed, trying to solidify himself in the leaderboards. And I think if he does well here, man, it's going to be tough to knock him out of the regional finals. Once again, happening at the end of the season for $10,000 per region, so NA East 10,000, NA West 10,000. I mean, it's definitely, there's a lot on the line, David.
There is, yeah, and it's great to just be in this kind of points-based system that we have right now. But yeah, at the end of the day, at the end of the season, really, it's going to be that extra big money payout. And again, some of these players have been there in the past. You know, we saw several of these at the finals last time, for example, last year now in 2020. And other players have had a killer year. I'm thinking of like the Mighty Unjust, who's made so much money on the PlayStation Open tournaments this year. He's won, I don't know, a couple dozen of them at this point. Like it's an incredible amount. And then other players who are, you know, happy to be in this situation, who are not going to give up, having gotten, you know, at least top 8, but again, are kind of still on that come up. I feel like Unjust proved that last year. I'm looking forward to seeing even more from Black Lives Matter than we've seen from him in the past. That's still coming up for him. So look, I think there's a lot to be excited about when it comes to these players. Lots of different characters on, well, to be expected in any case. And for some of them, I don't even know which characters to expect because we've seen them use so many different characters, both in tournament in the past and also just in casuals when they're streaming. Hard to know what's actually going to come out to play today. We'll see.
I think it's too hard to call because it's Ultimate, man. I still feel like every single week there's still stuff being explored and what is viable here, what matchup does this favor. So I think we did not see the end of Ultimate just yet. But with that being said, the Mortal Kombat 11 Pro competition is presented by PS4 Tournaments. Check out the PS4 Tournament Open Series. PS4 Tournaments are weekly competitions for all skill levels. Compete against your friends and rivals for unique rewards. You can visit the PlayStation 4 Competition Center, the one destination that has Mortal Kombat content that gives you an inside look at how players play and tips and tricks for players of all skill levels. All you have to do is go to compete.playstation.com and sign in with your PSN ID. You can easily see all the list of available PS4 tournaments to sign up. With that being said, we almost are ready to go with our first matchup. As a matter of fact, we are going to skip the first one in the bracket and we'll go to the Mighty Unjust versus Honeybee.
Yeah, exactly right. So Honeybee was in the top 8 last time. He ended up getting 5th place. He's been playing Devora. I think he tried Noob once, if I recall correctly, but, you know, it's probably to be expected there. When it comes to Unjust, I've seen him use so many different characters in the PS Open. What did I say? He has a couple dozen wins there. I feel like I've seen a couple dozen characters from him. Like, it's been a huge list. But he did say that he's going to be just using Sub-Zero. So, I don't know. We'll see if that's true. Again, as I was saying, you know, Honeybee is coming into this season having had so much success in previous years, Grand Finals of Devo, like that kind of thing. For Unjust, I really felt like last year was the year that he like came up. It was the big explosion onto the scene for him. And now, having made 2 of these top 8s in a row as well, he did get 7th place last time. I think we're going to be seeing this guy a lot this year.
I mean, it just goes to show how much of a difference these PS4 tournaments can make. I mean, definitely I think being recognized for just doing so well here. Let's see if he can bring it once again to the Mortal Kombat 11 Pro competition here at the North American League. Game 1.
Yeah, it is D'Vorah and it is Sub, so these are the characters that we expected right off the bat. So I saw Okibug for D'Vorah here. Okay.
Oh!
Teleport,
Just like
got it. Sometimes you gotta try it out. Here's the Hicken from this time. And we'll see if he goes into setup. No.
Late breakaway. Another
Okay, right back into the teleport though. He's pressuring into the corner.
Breakaway.
That's what I'm talking about.
The dirty stuff, David.
The birth. Yeah, I'll say it's dirty. It's gross. Did you see what you put out on the floor just there?
Yes, sir. Wow, convincing round for a Honeybee. What a start.
Yeah, one of those was definitely a risky teleport, but the others were just hit confirms and just a lot of great control. Okay, one with the low. Swipes the sky, nothing out of it. You see the chase on the forward two as well?
Oh, I'm watching his legs. Hold on a minute.
Yo, leave me hard combo!
Oh,
That's what I'm talking about.
wow! What a combo. Beautiful stuff.
Whoa! Okay.
Wake up, Fatal Mode.
Right. This is a round where he's way down. He's way down in life right now.
Yeah, I don't know about
Got
that.
ran on, to be honest, and then wakes up Sly. Okay. So that Fatal Blow resource, unfortunately, out of here.
Convincing rounds back to back for both of them. What a jump in, though. Max range.
Instantly, as soon as he could have, got out of it. And here's the hit confirm yet again. So wow, these rounds so far have been blow up for Honeybee, blow up for Mighty Unjust, and now B right back into it, the afterbirth on the floor. And just mixing everywhere.
This is a flawless, man, so far. Wake up roll. What a block on the 4-2 as well. That is a convincing, another convincing round for Honeybee. Hey!
What's up with these rounds? Again, that was such a dominant first round from Honeybee. It was such a dominant second round. It was really only the Fatal Blow that connected for Honeybee, and it was Unjust dominating other than that. And then that third round was just as dominant as the first one was for B. So a real back and forth story here.
That brutal, man. That's just mean. He was
What's
going,
I don't know.
going.
Yeah, yeah, he'll never be done.
Never be satisfied. Okay, let's see how match 2 plays out, because you said it yourselves, back-to-back rounds.
D'Vorah,
Will there be any changes? Not just yet. So maybe he didn't bluff when he told you that he's just going Sub-Zero.
Well, Sub does have a lot of different potential variations that you could do. So it looks like he got rid of Deep Freeze. I think I saw Rising Ice. I think I saw Air Axe. Let's take a look as we're loading in. Yep, Air Polar Axe, Creeping Ice, Rising Ice. So a pretty different build. Yeah, he went very mix heavy sort of damage before, and now it's maybe a little bit safer. You know, with Rising Ice, still plenty of damage available.
To play a bit more lame, it seems like. Now working out this time. Risky teleport gets the hit confirmed though. Another late breakaway perhaps? No.
The bug. It's there. Yeah, look at this. I really like this combination for D'Vorah. Grab comes out and then point blank on that sub forward throw into the low. A little delayed low, by the way, just to give a different timing to it. Tried to chase. Oh, actually did work, but didn't think.
Oh, what a block to punish. Yes, up 3.
Oh, I love this back and forth. Oh, what a neutral!
Oh, hold on though, David. Hold on though. The reset, it worked. Wow, what a steal from the Mighty Unjust. The cheeky restand.
Yeah, when he has that Fatal Blow, the overhead low is so real. He doesn't even need the enhanced ice ball for it, right? And so Honeybee was looking for, I don't know, maybe the overhead that he had blocked that in the previous game, but it was low. Backing off here is Unjust. It's definitely a different style. Yeah, you see, he just waited it out. He was right.
Not this time. Rising Ice to the corner, 27.
Backing off yet again, and the little back, the little forward, those have really, really been messing with B here.
Ooh, surely a breakaway. No, misses the jump in though. Not gonna matter. 4-2 connects.
A chance for B.
So much more.
Oh, he's really threatening with the jump. Here he goes. The beginning. Will we see the break? Yes, right away. It's B. B's a chance. No. Down on underneath.
Some chip.
Oh, maybe a chance here. No, he neutral jump instead. But he's right back in. And look. Yeah, it's doable. We saw him win a couple entire rounds in the previous game, just like
and
this.
And his fatal blow still. What a check with the jab. Safe.
Oh, the Drake! Overhead right after that again, after having so many lows throughout that game. Unjust really opened it up. Uses that for the overhead. So tied up 1-1. Again, one of the great things for Sub is that he has these really different looks that he can give you. Some characters, I feel like you see Devora and it's basically this variation nowadays to the extent that you see her. But with Sub, you got really different styles of play that you can play with the character.
That was such a sick ending, man, with the Brutal as well. Back-to-back Brutals, one apiece. I'm just happy that this is the first of three, really. Because this could go anywhere.
Sub-Zero.
He changes for Honeybee.
I doubt it.
Himself out.
It didn't look like it.
The Hourglass.
We'll see as he comes into the loading screen. I'm looking for Strepsiptera. And Widow's Kiss. Yep, it's the same.
Okay.
Like I said, when I've seen him play, look, the last one of these, for example, when I've seen him play in other tournaments, or just like random streaming and YouTube stuff, he plays Devora, it's basically this. That's what it seems like nowadays.
Ooh, just
okay,
did it, just did it.
I don't know if that was on purpose. What do you think?
I don't know, man.
Woo!
Flip with the back one. Misses the combo, though. It's gonna hurt.
It was a sick idea, I'll give him that, but now he's in trouble.
Stuff, empty short hop. There we go. Extra jump. Opening up with the back three once again. A flawless block this time. Maybe because it didn't
Well, that range
defensive block. Ooh.
Didn't take advantage of it. I really love the range that Unjust is backing off to. Overhead. Cash it out. Oh, sick. Okay, very cute. Very cute.
So smart. That was really smart. Didn't have to spend his own crushing blow. Just realizing in this level as well to have that interactable. Impressive stuff from the Mighty Unjust.
Oh boy, he is really controlling things here. He's got the corner. He can cash out now if he wants. No, still.
Ooh!
Maybe,
down
maybe
two, though.
He was looking for a break, but there actually was not defensive bar yet.
Everything's working out for Honeybee right now. Oh, not there with the punish.
The reset. Oh man, you're dancing with Sub-Zero here in the corner. If you're trying to dance in that way, you better be mindful of who your partner is. It's Sub.
Run thin ice.
Ooh!
Always seems to kill.
Seriously, yeah. No, I understand going for a reset in that situation. You need something fast. It's just, boy. It's quite dangerous. Quite a dangerous spot to be.
That's Sub-Zero for you. Never count him out, especially with the fatal blow. But still impressive stuff from the Mighty Unjust. How does Honeybee answer back here? Being down 2-1.
So B is here in part by beating Slayer. It's probably his most marquee victory in the bracket earlier. Unjust beat Coach Steve. Coach Steve ended up getting 9th. He had a really, really good day. Unfortunately, not quite enough for top 8, but Unjust took him out. And now, maybe close to taking Honeybee out, unless Honeybee makes a change. Well, in gameplay at least, it's not going to be a character change.
Honeybee is sticking to his guns then.
Round
Using the
one.
mic as well.
Fight.
Talking. Here we go then. Match 4.
Too far.
Good block. I'll probably try to flawless block that.
I think you're right. The bug out, if nothing else. The bug's there. Here we go. Hit confirm. Yes.
No breakaway. Into a setup.
Yeah, that's the thing with this variation. You're going into a setup. I mean, that is the idea here. It's still there. Yes. Oh, it's so sick.
By everything.
I love that neutral jump range. You can control that. Wow, big risk for Unjust, but all he needs is this corner. That's all he wants. He's 2 hits away, Mitz. One.
What a
No.
neutral duck. Hold
Maybe
on.
one hit.
Like this. Yeah. The
Oh.
heck was that kind of combo? The mighty Unjust.
Oh, this last one's gonna do it for sure. Yes, it's match point. It's match point.
45%.
And remember how much control there was in that round, and then all of a sudden it went away. Mighty Unjust just able to fight back. He's fighting here. He's got that mid-range, and his movement with sub has been so strong. He's been able to find the corner. No, not quite there.
Oh, just 10% for that drop.
Yeah. Stand one, not in the teleport. Oh, what a block!
Okay, the corner. To the
Okay,
corner we
once
go
again.
once again. Good block. Wow. Set up City again.
He's freestyling right now. Let's go B.
It's beautiful. Offensive bar. Uh-oh. Hold on a minute. The grab as well. Almost even alive.
One more.
The down 2. Oh, the
It's
bar
there,
go!
it's there, it's there, the bar! No!
Oh!
It did work, it did work, it did work. Oh, man. Okay.
My goodness, Honeybee with the bug for the assist from behind. Staying alive here. This match 4. Ooh, the raw
Huge.
teleport as well, Honeybee.
Hadn't done that in a game or two. Again, really threatening at that neutral jump range. She's got such incredible range there. Directly into pressure.
All is so
Defensive
far. What's it
bar.
gonna be? Check. Catches out immediately. Wants none of it. Oh, clean opening with the back one though. Hold on a minute. No restand. The rising ice.
He's in there again. Oh, there is a breakaway. Came out instantly. Tex. This is doable here. Honeybee needs just maybe 1 hit, 2 at the most. Unjust knows, and he's blocking.
So
Play the D1. Let's go.
well. Ah!
Fatality.
And of course.
And the
unfortunately,
overhead. He seals it with the forward too. His mix-ups were so strong the entire time.
Wow.
And it wasn't just the mix-ups. I mean, he did do a great job on that stuff. But it was also him playing with his spacing. Dvorak has such great range that in order to play against that, we often saw him backing up. We saw him just backing up quite a bit and was able to stab in. I mean, again, because of the mobility of this character, he was able to come back in at times, in and out, that kind of stuff. On top of the fantastic mix-ups, those two things were a huge, huge factor in him moving on. So Unjust into winners finals now.
That was such a beautiful match, though. I mean, Honeybee and his Dvorak is such a joy to watch, man. Like I said, freestyling, bugs, whatever, man. The leap, it was beautiful. The teleport. And, of course, Honeybee's still in this, dropping into the losers brackets. We'll see him later on. That was a beauty, but the Mighty Unjust Man, 3-1 over Honeybee, advancing to the winners finals. I'm not quite sure who we'll have next, ever since we skipped the first match, but I'm sure we'll have that on the way very, very soon. But yeah, man, once again, these players are fighting for points. First place, as a matter of fact, getting 350, second 260, and third, respectively, 230. All of these top 8 placers are going to get a chunk of those points, all the way to 70 points for the 7th place. At the end of the season, we'll have the regional finals with $10,000 for the North American League. So NA East will have 10k each, and NA West respectively as well. There you see the graphics.
Check it out. Yeah,
as
this is
well,
what we have going
the
on.
whole the Mortal Kombat 11 Pro competition. Of course, we had last week the Intercontinental Combat. Now with the North American League once again, and of course later down the month the Liga Latina.
It's a treat for me to watch. It's so cool to see people in different regions. You have different characters represented, different players' play styles represented. And for me, just listening to the commentary is super cool. I don't really understand Spanish very well, but I do nevertheless love watching the LatAm stuff. That for me is a blast. There's just a different idea about how to do that. Really fun to watch. Again, we have the NA today. We have East right now. There will be West later on. You brought up the standings, and I just wanted to quickly shout out that it's only been 1 week, but I did mention before that Combat was the one who won last time. So he's leading in the points. Second place in the points. That's the same as the results from last week. Again, only one. But that is Samij in second place, Dragon in third, Sonic Fox fourth, fifth are Perfect Legend and Honeybee, who's back, and seventh are Mighty Unjust and Really Long. And that's Mighty Unjust in winners finals now, so he's guaranteed a better placing than he did last time. So Combat and Biohazard, I was curious to see which of his characters Biohazard would go with. He's been really playing more even than usual. I mean, he's always somebody who plays a lot of the grapplers in the cast, but I feel like he's been back and forth even more than usual. Combat is going with the Joker. We saw Johnny most of the tournament last time. He ended up sealing it though with this character, Joker.
Round 1.
With the Kapow as well, so he really wants to deal damage. Here it is then. Combat versus Biohazard. Joker versus Kano.
Kano's so sick this season. Oh my god, this character is like a dream for a grappler, kind of harassment in the corner sort of character.
Hard combo as well.
Oh, super smart, okay.
Back throw.
So into mid-screen now, we got Combat with the incredible footsies and stage control that this character has. Batsy Pew Pew is there. So Kapow and...
Who wins this?
Well, that's a great cue.
Ran off the cannonball, of course.
Ooh! The plus frame right there, and Combat respected it. Yeah, I do like that. Yeah, having Vegemite so that you can have the Kano ball to get through that kind of control, that makes a lot of sense to me. Kano as well, you know, you were talking about stuff. Kano, I feel like, has a few really different and still very strong loadouts that you can bring in.
Oh, the air to Lean opening with the 1-2. What?
Jumps out, but he's fine.
Being wise to it. Something Bio likes to do, buttons into command grab.
Beautiful punish on the flawless block right there. Rather than spending a couple of bars, he just comes in, he knows he can just punish. Wow,
Whiff punish, yeah.
Yeah, whiff punish because Combat backed off to like the juiciest exact spot where you could get a whiff punish there. Great read.
Around a piece. Oh, I think that was an empty jump into bait. The flawless lock up 2 from Biohazard. Combat.
Absolutely. Okay, blows up the gap. Genius. A risk, but genius. Biohazard here now in the corner. Can block in time, yes. Oh, take care. He's got to back off. Yep. So he does not want to be in that forward throw range right now. Oh, he is! Oh, immediately Combat catches him. Goes back.
Doesn't have it. Oh! From that range as well. This is going to hurt quite a bit. No, he drops the ender.
Okay, steals it. And the grab! And it's the back throw, but either throw didn't matter. I mean, either one would do it. Combat knew it. So super strong mix-up right at the end there. And not just the mix-ups, but though. I mean I'm thinking back to when he backed off, Combat backed off, and whiff punished the air ball. Like that's the kind of thing that I'm remembering now. There's a lot of other good stuff, but that to me says both A, yeah, I'm reading you, I know what you're gonna do, and B, backing off, understanding the spacing of it perfectly.
The Joker definitely made him whiff quite a bit.
Kano.
So it is a different variation, yeah. The other was, what was it? Hashtag Kano Nation? This time has another name to it. Let's see the moves.
Yeah, what do we got here? Lumbar check. Biopole is so sick, dude. And then manhandled, the extra string. So biopole is not just about extra combos. It's also some mid-range control. I'm curious to see whether Joker could punish it at range. Well, maybe we'll find out. But it also gives you some really cute options with the knife. Being able to pull your knife back and forth.
Escape failed. I'm the monk.
I was worried about the amplify. Nothing came there. Okay, a little bit of chip. It's no big deal. Biopole, yeah, he could probably just try it out there. It's the implication, at least.
Oh, he's getting clipped by so many individual hits.
Yeah, it felt like there wasn't like the big single combo, really. It was just a lot of getting tagged here and there. Okay. Shout out to Joker, able to actually duck the second hit partly.
And the punish, yeah. With the cup out, side switch. He was trying to.
Ah, okay, so immediately Biohazard adapts. Now he's got a chance for Oki. The sweep and nothing. He was going for the low rather than the overhead. That's what I'm talking about! And the little dude partying as he's driving by. Oh, beautiful.
Beautiful spacing, yeah.
But you can never count out Joker in comebacks. He's got the fatal there. Never mind. It's Biohazard just strolling right back into the command grab. He's got the corner. And the corner is a dangerous place to be versus Kano.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he tried
there
it.
It is.
Okay, I love this. Yeah, right. Big plus.
What a read, man.
Yep.
Combat has been reading these command grabs so well. Be it with a down two, be it with a neutral jump.
Taking control, even just for the cost of meter. This time there was the amplify. So mix-ups are coming in. Can he get a punish on that? Not exactly, but it's the grab and maybe one more hit here.
Hold on a minute.
Get it.
Oh, wow. The restand. Hold on a minute. 5%.
Chip.
3%. The pull.
He's got to get it. Yes.
Wow.
The back.
Wow, David.
And that was so key. I don't know if you noticed, but boy, there was maybe a pixel away from combat getting Fatal Blow with Joker. And in that previous Pressure series, if he had Fatal Blow, maybe he could have killed, maybe his mix-up would have been even stronger. And then Kano went directly from the hit into killing. No chance for the Fatal Blow right there.
The pull, man. From that range as well. The seal.
Yeah, there's some characters that can
left.
get there in time. Like, it's pretty punishable. Well, what I should say is it's pretty minus in terms of its frames. But if you're trying it at max range and characters don't have, like, Shadow Kick or whatever it is, then, yeah, it seems like it's pretty strong.
Kano. Special
One
Forces
piece.
Desert
This
Command.
winner's bracket. As I see who Biohazard had to go through to even get here, man. And I see Cobrelicious, I see K7 Show Off, Full Auto. You had to fight hard yesterday to make it here.
Round 1.
2 more games away.
For combat,
So make
you
it
have to get through Hayate and Black Lives Matter, so that's no easy feat himself.
Oh.
So we got 1-1 now, tied up. Biohazard trying to take control right there, just get off in the frames. Now you notice where combat's standing, it's outside of Biopole.
Oh, that was a punish?
Yo, the knowledge from Biohazard.
That's why he waited so patiently. Very even, getting hits. Going for it again, no fear.
Grappler mindset, you're in there. And he's still finishing that string too, even though he's been busted on it a few times. So that was looking for the forward tech, right? Makes sense. Combat now has the corner. He's got the combo.
What a flawless but into a punish combat. Didn't even need his fatal blow there.
Round 2. Fight.
Out of the sky, but kind of a funky situation. And not doing a breakaway. He did have 2 bars.
Oh wow, the 4-2.
Oh, big chance!
Oh, was the ender?
Big chance. Yeah, Bio's got it. He's got the corner again. This is a very dangerous character to be caught in the corner against. I think that's probably too far. It is.
Yeah. 4% left.
He's alive.
Can he do
He's
it?
alive.
Can he do it?
Oh, he went in immediately in combat and knew it. We've seen combat take that flawless block right there. I would say 3 times so far in this set. So, of course, Kano's plus after that string. He's got the advantage. It's his turn. But in this game, that's not the end of the story. If you have the right call and the right timing, you can bring out a flawless block and take your turn back. And we have seen now, yeah, like I said, I think 3 times where that's exactly what's happened.
The knowledge, man. I really like the way Combat is playing this matchup.
Shaolin Trap Dungeon.
So 2-2-1. Does Bio come up with an answer here against Combat?
I didn't notice. Yeah, no, it looks like it's the same variation. And that makes sense. I like what this variation has versus Joker. That makes the Bio pull being able to punish Batsy Pew Pew and not being able to be punished and kind of mid-screen range situations. We saw a corner punish, but that's a different story. There it is, blowing up the gap again.
Wow,
and then the rare
biohazard.
You know, I just said on Twitter the other day that that's one of the worst KBs in the game because you can't control it. It requires the opponent to not block in time. But okay, there it is. It's alive.
Getting flipped. Joker is a snowball. Oh. Does he give him the chance? 9% left? Wake up roll.
The range of combat is outside of biomagnetic pull. You can see where he's hanging out. He's trying to be at a range where he can get back in quickly. It's not gonna happen. But I did like a lot of him fighting from that spot. It's just he moved up forward slightly. Bio recognized it. He got the pull.
Nope.
Okay, out of the guy. Cleans it up.
Wow, what a funky situation there. It looks sick.
What a lucky Frank! Oh boy, Biohazard got it right there. He's in the corner, yeah. But he has the corner, I should say. He's really using it.
Too far, I think.
Yeah, you're right. Ball spot there. There it was!
We're saying. Punish in time, wow!
Yeah, big damage. It's Biohazard.
Like the...
Maybe one more chance. He actually backs off. He's more comfortable being at range overhead. Chip is very close to being enough. And it is enough! Oh, you really calculated it properly. But I love the use of the string right there. He kind of, he didn't finish the string, right? Because after that there have been these mix-ups where combat is flawless blocking correctly or is neutral ducking under a grab or whatever it may be. And so instead, Biohazard gave a completely different look in terms of the timing. And it worked.
So it's 2 apiece then, huh?
It is indeed, and we'll see. Whoever takes this next game, we'll see them in the winners finals.
I mean, when we talk about points, I think Biohazard definitely needing this win more, man. Combat Killer being the last week's champion, already having 350 points secured. Biohazard wants a piece of that.
Yeah, I looked it up. Biohazard last time was 9th place, so he was just outside of top 8.
Round 1. Fight.
Here we go then, match 5. command grab, 18%.
There is, oh no!
Range.
Oh, this is close.
Oh, there will be a pull, I think. Yes. What a start from Biohazard, man. Ooh, the whip punish, though. These guys are swinging for the fences, man.
That tangent engine adds so much. It really does, I think. A little bit too far out of the sky. That would have been a sick pickup. Not quite there.
Oh, he's getting a bit too greedy with the command grabs, I feel like. Oh, I think he could have wake up buttons there to punish that. Jump in. Wow,
So,
believing
it actually
in
did hit him slow.
Biohazard.
It's match point for Biohazard after taking a risk.
Round
He was actually looking to just blow up a flawless block, but the low hit, and that was good enough for him. So he sits pretty now, and he begins with the KB on the counter hit.
Look at his life just melting away, man. 22%!
With you. No, this
I think he's
combat can't afford this right now.
lane, man. Right.
I agree.
Oh.
Yeah, slowly Biohazard's just whittling away this life. And he just built
He
the
pressed the
bar.
attack.
He did, he just got it.
Tractable?
Right there.
And this is
Oh, how to avoid. No, he thought
I
he
was
gonna
saying,
kill.
David. Why did he do that? Hold on a minute. You're giving him a chance. This is Joker. The cancel?
One more hit.
No way. No way.
Okay, Smartly did not break away, so this is gonna be scaled. It's gonna be scaled.
It's DLC. It's DLC, Fatal Blow, David. Double match point.
It was Biohazard just misjudging whether he was gonna get the kill on chip on ball. Other than that, he had such control.
I mean,
Gave combat the
do you
chance.
have it
Like
in
you
you?
said, you can't do that.
Do you have it in you?
Just
After such a choke. That was a choke, David.
very ranged
Every
game. Neither one
single
wants to
round.
get close.
Yeah.
Yeah, nobody wants to take the risk. Broke
The
out!
breakaway,
Oh,
I
no!
don't think he wanted that.
I think you're right. But no meter. If he had had that bar, it would have been a different story.
Oh boy. All 4 hits. Ah. Oh, if he jump in, and yeah, that is that.
I believe you're right. I think
Well.
Combat's gonna take it on this hit right here. Kapow! He does, and he qualifies for winners finals. He took advantage big time in that last round and in this round too. But I'm with you. I'm with you. That was Biohazard in that previous round. Total control, huge life lead. Just went overzealous in terms of looking for chip. Miscalculated slightly, and that was enough to give Combat the chance.
I just
So Combat again
wonder if-
in winners finals now. It will be him versus the Mighty Unjust. So it could have been, we didn't even talk about this, it could have been Biohazard versus Honeybee, the brothers, in winners finals. That was a plausible scenario coming into this top 8, and instead neither one's going to be there.
No, the dream is dead, but I just wonder if Biohazard actually thought that he had the chip, or if he was like, let me just do it, maybe I'll hit him. He just doesn't read this Kano ball, because he had no reason to actually do it. He had the positioning, he had definitely had the life lead, but man, you would hate to see that kind of choke. But man, Combat, being the killer that he is, just taking advantage of that and doing almost the impossible combat. That was sick. That was sick. It's just, what else can I say? That was he had no right to win their round, but yeah, took advantage of it, and there he is waiting in winners finals.
That's right. So we're going to waltz down to the losers side shortly here. And in that, if we could go check out the bracket briefly, it will let you know what's going on. In winner's side, yep, we know it will be Combat versus the Mighty Unjust. Combat was there last time. Again, he won the whole thing last time. So he's sitting pretty. He's in a very similar spot. The Mighty Unjust did make top 8 last time, but he was on losers. And this time, he is in winners finals. That guy is going to have a good season, I'm telling you. And then in losers side, so we know that Honeybee and Bio will be down there, but We don't know yet who they'll play against. It's going to be one of K7 Show Off or Black Lives Matter versus Honeybee, and then Hayate or Kerbolicious versus Biohazard.
So we're getting in that territory of the tournament where we'll say goodbye to some of these players. So let's see as we wait to set up K7 Show Off versus Black Lives Matter. David.
That's what we're looking for soon. But in the meantime, thanks to Astro Gaming, the official audio partner of the Mortal Kombat 11 Pro competition. All of our audio on the cast is powered by Astro for the whole season. You can visit astrogaming.com to find more info on all of their officially licensed PlayStation audio products available now. By the way, not too shabby looking. That's what I got on my noggin right now, and I like it. I like how it looks. We do have the next match lined up. It's going to be Show Off and Black Lives Matter. So Black Lives Matter, I just want to say I've been really enjoying watching him and Slayer do the stuff that they've been doing on the weekends. Not just in playing. I mean, they're both really fun to watch in that regard, but also in terms of providing commentary and tournaments for people to play in. It's been a blast. So good work. Yeah, I was looking for the Jax, and that's what we have. He said that he might also play Shiva, but makes sense to see the Jax from him. That's the primary. And then on the other side, it's going to be Sub, although Shoaff said that he might also be playing Rain and Spawn.
So I'm taking a look at these tournament runs. And Black Lives Matter going through Big Daddy, through Abyss. For quite a few people to solidify his spot here at the top 8. Let's see how he does against Show Off.
Hey man, it's only Combat that has beaten him so far, and so far this season it's been Combat killing everybody, so not too shabby.
I haven't seen Jax in so long in German.
Yeah, he's that character that everybody thinks is good, and you just don't see him very often anyway, right?
Let's see if he can prove it. So in the corner.
Really playing a lot around the flawless block right now. A lot of empty jumps. Show Off can begin. Did not even get the load.
Clean anti-air though. So in the corner. And all of a sudden it's one hit away from stealing this.
Oh, what a call! Neutral jump, very interesting, not killed. Hold on a second, and then he goes in for the low. Unsafe, but sometimes you gotta take the risks.
Nice scramble at the end of the round there. Black Lives Matter, clutching it out.
Really
Hitting up those arms.
Yeah, that's what he wants to do, for sure. Finding the tick point in that string, love that. And he cashes out!
Hits it as well, yeah, 35.
Keep it up!
Beautiful confirm.
And back and all. And you know, oh wow, whiff punish the slide. Trying for the resets. And ready! There's been so much strong defense on Black Lives Matter's side. Into the tick again. And it just feels like Show Off having a tough time getting anything going. Yeah, it's going to be Black Lives Matter, ending it with Jax.
Jax wins.
Ugh. Yeah, I'll say.
He had guts, alright.
I'll say it's a pretty good first game right there by Black Lives Matter. So we talked about his path on the way here. You know, Show Off had to qualify over Emperor Aztec in the very end. So Aztec ending up at 9th place. Again, this region, NA East, is so strong. Every single person here had a set of killers to make it in. And Show Off was sent to losers by Biohazard.
Jax.
Still in the tournament, so maybe they'll face each other once again. Oh, hold on a minute though. I love me some Spawn.
Yeah, he told us that this might be one character that he brings in. What do we got?
Forward to this one. Of course, the charging health Spawn for the damage.
Yeah, that's right. Yep. And then the air glide, some extra damage situations for himself with that. This character
Those
just has these
combos
great
look
buttons.
sick.
They do. I'm with you. Trying to charge up a little bit. It's going to be a pretty different story. You're not worried if you're Black Lives Matter about having amplified ice ball come at you, but those projectiles nevertheless are still some of the stronger ones in the game. The delay on the amplify is so strong. And he does cash out early.
Good neutral duck. And can afford to play it lame a bit. Well, not anymore. 3.
Yeah, this range.
Oh, he brought it back, man. He brought it back into the corner as well. The sweep is blocked.
Yeah, you gotta respect that string so much. There's a tick point in it. Yeah, it's dangerous. Huge chance! And then whiff. Oh no, Show Off had a big opportunity. 3-4, yes, but only into that.
Oh, that was surely a mistake, that breakaway. And the grab. That was a back and forth round, man.
You talk about the movement at the end right there. He just coasted in from half screen.
Fight.
This character's so
To a certain extent, gotta respect it. Yeah, with the standing 3, man, the range on that. Black Lives Matter on the offensive here. Has him in the corner. The sleeper. It's him out of the corner.
Slowly adding up some damage here. Oh, jumping!
Good
Yes.
jump.
Big opportunity, of course, gets out of there immediately, but the next hit can be huge. If Show Off finds it, there's the tick point. Oh, big chance!
Oh, that was so fortunate!
Now, I don't know if it's quite enough. Yeah, but nevertheless, Show Off has at least one offensive bar. We'll see it after this. And his stage control could be really strong.
2%. Wow.
That's what I'm talking about. That the projectile wasn't even amplified. Didn't even have time to bring that out. So the switch to spawn, yeah, looked good. Looked good. Now, Black Lives Matter. Jax is the primary, but again, he did tell us that he might also be playing Shiva.
Oh, give me the battle of the DLCs, of course. I haven't seen her.
That's what you're looking for, huh?
Tournaments. Yeah. Give me the Dragon Stance, man.
Spin all the rage.
K7 Shaw
Before coming into this,
with the Necroblast.
Black Lives Matter asked him a little bit about what he thought. He said he's got a good-looking path, and this is the time to make the practice pay off.
Lost Hive of
He's trying to make that happen, whereas his opponent, Show Off, says, I'm feeling confident about all my matches. The Frosty champ here. So I think that's the same?
Let me see. I think so.
Still getting the handle on what all the actual names are of moves, you know?
Yeah, right?
Okay, right back into it. Big chance.
Good check afterwards, keeping it honest. Beautiful movement from Black Lives Matter there.
He's already toasty too. Okay, he cashes out a little bit on him. And you definitely have to respect this range game that Jax can play, especially when the hands are hot. His missiles are super legit.
And again, we might see a K parry.
Beautiful. Threatening. There's the delay on the amplify.
So even. Oh, the movement from K7, man! And what a confirm! Jab into the fatal blow, man. Now Spawn doesn't have the best anti-airs. Keeping it simple, and this should be death.
No!
What's the life, David?
Okay. Same way he won the last round.
Yeah.
Yeah, very impressed with that dash up anti-air. That was very, very strong. Black Lives Matter maybe in trouble to get hit here. Yeah, it's just that huge spot where you have to respect. Punish, yes. And since there's no breakaway, he comes in with the full business, yo, 430. Ooh.
Wow, from downtown with the punish. Have those arms heated up as well. Don't get clipped. For K7 show off.
Maybe 2 mix-ups away here. Uh-oh. One more mix-up.
One more hit, really.
Yeah. The timings were so funky on this.
The double bloop.
Final round.
Yeah, exactly.
Like a 1 round apiece. Slowly approaching the corner. Oh, saw it coming a mile away.
Still moving forward. Okay, the down 1 interruption right there by Black Lives Matter just before Show Up could get things started. And now he's got pressure. Wakes up with buttons.
Wake up 1-1. Jump in.
This little cage spot can be so strong here. The 3-4 range. Oh, it's dangerous.
This is horrible for Black Lives Matter. Has to get out of the corner.
I think he wanted the ender.
What a check, man. What a check.
Plus. Okay. Yeah, if you go back during that command grab series, I think he probably wanted the 4th, but it can be tough. And it's now 2-1 for his opponent. Show Off's looking good.
This is the time where Black Lives Matter opts to go with another character. Let's see where we go from here. Or does he stick to his guns, quite literally? King of Rob, Jax. That's what he named him.
Spawn.
Yeah.
Jax.
Thinking about it, I think. Anti-sub. Do you have an anti-spawn variation?
What do we got?
Actually thinking about this? Yep. Maybe just taking a breather. Yeah, no change it there.
The hourglass.
Once again, man, this
Same
is
one.
losers. Loser of this going home. Or, you
And
know,
his quote,
can
he wanted me to
get it.
say, "What's the Rob spam in chat, baby?"
Some fan service.
So again, yeah, as you were saying, it's the same. And it was doable. It wasn't like he got blown out. But there is that range right there that a lot of characters have difficulty with against spawn. Especially with the regular projectile that you can make it safe at.
Finally another grab from K7 show off. Barely see him grabbing. Also because he's almost never in range to do so. Playing it so smart with that 4-3. Excuse me, standing 3. Plus.
Oh, so good. No amplify surprise. There it is though, and you know Black Lives Matter's looking for something. There he is. Keep in mind, remember that reaction on the fatal blow. He might have tried it, might have wanted it.
And this sweep, yeah, double hitting as well. Match point, K7 show off.
Fight.
To eliminate Black Lives Matter. Jump in. And heating up those arms for 3.
Oh, very nice. I love the standing reset stuff he's going for right here. He's out there right away. Tried it! Can he keep it up? No, not quite. Would have been sick.
Oh, smart. Ducking the Necroblaster short up as well.
That was so cool. Here comes Black Lives Matter. Oh boy. That's enough.
Answering back here in this game
Final
4.
round.
Can he take us to a final match? Just this looks so disrespectful.
It's cool.
Cheeky
Stutter
stuff.
step. Yeah, and then building a little bit of range for himself. He's got a character with great mobility himself.
The range, David.
He did a standing reset for 330. Now caught in the corner. Oh, can he keep it going? Beautiful.
What
do we got? What do we got? What do we got?
So close, David. So close.
And it's not hot
wake up?
enough.
6%.
You can spray Chili. Come through with the command grab. And it's 2-2.
Jax wins.
Very interesting matchup with these two characters who have they both have great movement. They both have these mid-range kind of tools. Jack's not really with footsies in the same way as something like 3-4 from Spawn, but his ability to get right in there immediately with the mid or command grab.
That's one way of beating the standing 3 shenanigans from Spawn.
Right. And still making Spawn respect the range game when he has rockets. Yeah. It's always a few different choices for show-off available, and it's going to go back to Spawn. So in the final game between these two, it's going to be the same set of characters. One of them will be going home.
Earning 70 points, winning this would mean at least 140 points. Double the amount. So this one matters quite a bit.
It is a long season, but yeah, you want to make sure that you're putting in your work every single time.
Of course. What's the matter with the first hit? Now has him cornered. Needs to make this count.
He walked. He walked for a while. Got underneath. That's actually really cool for Jax to be able to do.
Go back one. Oh, the patience, man.
Further. Yeah, I'll tell you. But with no defensive bar, this could be a lot. We didn't have a second offensive bar, but it's 300 regardless. That's the beauty of Spawn. The walk forward yet again! Confirm, and surely the round it is going to be match point. 3-7 show off. Black Lives Matter's got to win 2 rounds in a row.
Matter doesn't seem to respect the restand too much. He's trying to press afterwards. K7 show off, keeping him honest with the down 1. Just checking him.
And it really hasn't been too grad heavy either. That distance game.
So many necroblasts.
Tried it! Oh man, he just wanted to keep the hands up. Was that so bad? Instead, Spawn comes in, floating through. No! Taking risks.
Oh, this is gonna hurt quite a bit. The stagger game, yes! Oh no, he doesn't take the blow. Surely now. Okay. Definitely going to be the kill. Will take us to a final round between K7 Show Off and Black Lives Matter. Loser of this being eliminated.
Man, what are you?
Who wants it more?
Final round.
Starting out pretty well right here for Black Lives Matter. He's got the corner. He's got a big jump in to start with.
Oh, you
Surely
were saying.
But he's got a hot hands jack right in his face in the corner.
Oh!
Yes, knockdown.
Necroblast.
Show off, move out. Ah, whip punish! But with no extra bar, it wasn't going to be that much more. The delay comes into play.
It's working out for K7 Show Off right now.
But he's got to, he's got to be a little bit worried. I mean, always versus Jax. If he just gets hot hands once, he can do 2 more mix-ups. Seriously.
Man grab. Spins the bar. Spins
Here
2.
we go.
Gets a crushing blow.
Yeah.
Almost even. Oh, the shimmy.
He's out of there instantly. The grab out of tech
close,
after
it was
having not. There have been so many grabs. So many not grabs. And immediately thereafter, I guess it seemed like Black Lives Matter tried to take advantage, tried to steal a turn, but wasn't gonna happen. K7 Show Off finds the hit for himself, and he moves on. Chillin', just like that. And unfortunately for Black Lives Matter, that's gonna be it. He doesn't need to go home, he's already there anyway, as we all are, but his tournament day is over. That said, again, I think it's really, really cool for him to be here. I'm looking forward to that much more frequently. And even outside of the playing stuff, it's been a blast to watch him and listen to him and Slayer do the stuff that they've been doing. It's been super cool. But that is it for him today in terms of his playing.
Very well done for, or two, Black Lives Matter, I should say. I mean, that was anyone's game, really. Match 5, he had heated arms going into the final round. But man, those Necroblasts, man, finding their mark over and over and over again. And unfortunately, that will be it for Black Lives Matter. The first player will say goodbye to this week. But now, David, we'll have Hayate versus Kerbolicious. I mean, that is almost a main event. If you really think about all this talent and history that goes behind these players. I mean, if I look at Hayate's path alone, double eliminating Forever King, beating Slayer, almost making it Slayer. Wow. Yeah, man, that's a tough path.
Absolutely, yeah. The only person who's beaten Hayate so far is Combat. Combat's in Winners Finals. So other than that, it's been a good weekend for Hayate. And then Kerbo lost to Biohazard. That's who sent him down here. And it will be, or he lost, he beat Coach Steve as well, among others in that bracket as he made his way through.
So let's see if he matches up with Biohazard later down the line. But for now, let's give a big shout outs to PlayStation Tournaments, the official sponsor of the Mortal Kombat 11 Pro competition. Check out the PS4 Tournaments Open Series. PS4 Tournaments are weekly competitions for all skill levels. Compete against your friends and rivals for unique rewards. You can visit the PlayStation 4 Competition Center, the one destination that has Mortal Kombat content that gives you an inside look at how the top players play, tips and tricks for all players at all skill levels. All you have to do is go to compete.playstation.com and sign in with your PSN ID. You can easily see a list of available PS4 tournaments to sign up, and we can see how much of a difference these cups make when we look at someone like the Mighty Unjust Man walking home with God knows how many bags. Enter, man. You have nothing to lose.
It's been really great to see. Yeah. And I think that practice is probably part of why Unjust is sitting in Winners Finals, but we're going to continue through Losers side. So winner of this will play against Honeybee. It's going to be Hayate versus Kerbolicious. See if we have the characters up here yet. Nope, not quite yet. I feel like both of these players are probably not going to throw us the big curveball. Oh, okay. First said Raiden. Never mind. Yeah, I'm looking for this to be Fujin. And then...
Surely not.
Okay. Yeah.
Surely not.
It's about to be talking about this Cabal, but
it's a bait?
Looks like it's...
Cabal.
Okay,
yeah,
buddy. Okay.
There's your curveball.
There's the curveball.
The Hourglass.
No. Not gonna
Yeah, these have really been the
no
two mains for
secrets.
both these players. Yeah. So Air Slight Gas. First of all, thank you to everybody at NRS for allowing me to say that on the air, because that's officially the name of it. Cabal's going to have Slight Gas through this match. I really like watching Kerbo's Cabal with Slight Gas. It's super fun. I mean, not just his, but like in general, the character. The extra damage that you get from that, the extra mobility options are so cool.
Hold on. I can't focus. Look at Hayate's variation name, man. That is genius. Okay, let's focus.
Well, so far we got a lot of kind of what I thought, right? Cabal really controlling. He can be in this guy just in the same way, well, almost the same way anyway, as how Fujin can be. There's just two characters both with strong ground options and with mobility up in this guy as well.
Tornado being a good answer to the leap. Slight gas?
Woo! Yeah, you better call Slight Gas, buddy. This is your chance.
Alright, let's make it count. Ooh, meeting him mid-air. Hold on a minute, though.
Big chance. Just got the bar.
This kill?
Just in time. It's not quite. It's super close.
I will not fail.
Not quite there with the jump in.
Round
Hayate,
fight.
the poke.
Striking the air clean. Man, he's such a threat. As Cabal with his little kind of wave dash, try to scoot in.
So patient, man.
Yeah, it feels like he's not really getting put off by this. By the fact that Cabal can be throwing salting from so many different angles. He's just ready. He's kind of, well, kind of not what I would expect, but a little bit more grounded than his opponent. You know, he's content to be here with the fantastic movement speed that his character has.
Oh, not there with the flawless block. And I think Kerbalicious has yet to find a big hit.
And he's really just hoping right now. He's hoping that Hayate does something that will be untoward, but that just hasn't happened. And it's not gonna happen.
Not at all, man.
No, Hayate at that range, when Kurbo threw the EX Saw, for example, like you do that because you're hoping that the opponent's gonna, you know, jump or throw a projectile of their own or something that you can get a trade with it, nothing else. But nothing like that came. It was instead Hayate just being very solid, not going into the air more than he needed to. Just a very fundamentally sound, almost footsies-based playstyle, which is exactly what I think you would expect with somebody like Hayate. That's been his bread and butter for years.
Super solid start here against Kerbalicious. Let's see if there's going to be any changes for the variation at least. Nope. Does not seem so going into this match too.
Every time I've seen him play since, well, at least just a little bit after Ultimate came out, it's been with Slight Gas. He's been stuck with Slight Gas for a long time. And he's got Slight Gas today, Mitz.
Yeah, I see that.
There it is.
Okay, let's see
And
if
he
we can
used
make
it
it
a lot
count
in
this
the
time
last
though.
game. Right, yeah. I mean, okay.
He's not biting.
This guy.
Hayate's not biting.
No, yeah, and there's so many different angles that he can show, but look at how Hayate is just blocking. Look at this extremely patient defense. Okay, finally, Kerbo's through.
Make this count, Kerbalicious.
I will say he did.
2%.
400.
Yeah, but that's the start. Here we go. Finally fighting. Almost broken as well. Completely different Kerbalicious. And
Wow,
essentially
so solid, right? All the solidity that we saw from Hayate just seemed to melt in the face of that Slight Gas. So corner pressure even more here for Kerbalicious. And these weird timings, yeah.
already half life gone almost. Oh, there it was. And the jump in with the Slight Gas. Everything is working, man. This is the complete difference of game one.
Tried to anti-air and now... Oh, it's a big chance and no OS!
No OS. Where's the Nomad Dash?
Wow.
Maybe didn't even believe in it.
Right. Just put it in.
Yeah, one saw essentially is the game, I think. Hold on a minute. Gets the back one, though. Don't get hit.
Got him! Oh, Hayate! Took a risk up there in the sky and it paid off. He needed to do that kind of stuff, though. He needed more. And he got it.
I'm really interested how Kerbalicious even got hit. Why would he let go of block there? What was he trying to do? Like a whiff? Hit him with the down two? I don't know. But Hayate's staying alive here. This game too. Back one once again, going into the corner. Ouch! Keeps him up as well. Wow, what a confirm.
Breaks instantly. Same for Kerbo, though. Ooh, he's really trying to take advantage of situations here. Kerbo is his caught, though.
Oh, the drop. Very fortunate for Kerbalicious.
Yeah, both
Lows
of them
on
have had
deck.
opportunities here. A couple times. Can Hayate stay patient? He does. His defense coming into play.
Backing off as well. Wants none of it.
But if he gets hit,
On that.
Turbo can
That's it,
end
that's it.
Certain. Absolutely. So you see Hayate just is ready to take the grab. So ready to take the grab. Beautiful defense right there. But
Oh,
no!
wow, I didn't even notice that.
I didn't even notice either. Oh, he's got it anyway. Hayate lives and takes the game 2-0.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, dude.
I
I
mean-
just that as well.
I mean, Hayate just being a defensive wall there, blocking everything, was totally content with taking that grab. Maybe even forgetting about that failed escape as well, but clutching it out regardless. That was impressive defense from Hayate.
In the first round where he lost, he kind of got steamrolled. Some of the defensive choices that he was trying to make didn't quite cut it. I mean, it's hard to stay solid for very long. But in that last round, yeah, he was just blocking it out, hanging onto that block.
That was
button.
game one, Hayate.
Yeah, exactly. By the way, Nomad Dash and Air Slight Gas have the same input, so I guess the OS doesn't really work the same way. That's good.
Oh.
Looked it up to find out. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that makes sense, of course. Wow.
Right. You can't just bring it in. Yeah, exactly. Right. When you have Slight Gas, it's sometimes all you can think about, and that's, I guess, exactly what's going on up there in the sky.
Round one. Fight.
Okay,
Here we go then. Match
Hayate,
three.
rather than starting off and staying away, he goes in very suddenly. Doesn't quite work out. Believe it, no.
Wow.
God, that is a lot. Yes.
I mean, these pairs are just all over the place, man. I love it. Ooh, rare Russian blow. Oh, the confirm as well. Wow. The lay breakaway still believing in this round is Hayate. 5% left.
Oh, very nice.
Oh, no.
Turbo was just outside
Wow.
of that range. He knew it.
Round two. Fight.
Still connected. Ooh, getting hit over and over. No breakaway available as well. What a sequence. Down two though.
The defense for him continues to just be so strong. Oh, that was so sick. What a strange little timing. I love that kind of stuff, and Kerbalicious destroys Fujin to take a game right there.
Cabal.
I don't know what it is. It's like either Hayate is blocking everything or he's blocking nothing. It's very interesting to see.
It's hard to be solid all the time.
True. But man, what a round for Kerbalicious. Everything was working out for him there. Including the brutality, of course.
So, 2-1 at this point.
Mhm.
Wouldn't expect any changes in terms of characters anyway out of Hayate. But yeah, the defense from him, I think, is really the name of the game. When his defense has been strong,
Cabal.
as it has throughout a lot of this, it just seems like Kerbo has a really tough time finding the hit, right? And when you are playing against somebody who has that level of defense, the result can often be dictated by, are they getting the defense right? Feels like most of the time they are. Okay, bad news. To boil it down to that kind of thing almost sounds trite, but against somebody like Hayate, whose D can be that strong, it really can feel suffocating even as the person on offense.
Round one. Fight.
Let's see. Match 4. How does this defense fare here? Throw punish. A wake up roll. No bars whatsoever for Hayate.
We found the right moment. Uh-oh. Oh yeah, we know this could be big here for Kerbalicious. Oh, a bit too far, but still 300, not too bad. Good for the flawless block, but Hayate didn't give him the chance. And now we have Kerbo. Okay, it was intended as flawless block, but hey.
Knee back one. Wasn't even a counter.
No, maybe just Kerbo making a beat on
restand?
Dub.
Not there with the punish.
Really?
just
Did
does
he
he
get there in
punish?
time? No!
And yeah,
Oh,
it's just
no,
so
no.
hard to grab this guy. Wow.
Oh. Even after that, where Hayate tried the fatal blow and it got blocked, and it was a weird situation, he was still ready for the defense with his duck down too.
So hard to grab this guy, man. Micro ducking you into oblivion. Match point Hayate. Kerbalicious though. Now ready to go just like that.
Here's Hayate playing that ranged game, that solid game. Got him!
Oh, wow. He jumped in, Betty. That's flawless block.
Yeah, starting to sense some antsy
blowing up whatever he tried.
And there it is. There it is. Hayate ends up taking it 3 games to 1.
All over.
It did feel to me like
All
there was a
over.
little bit of antsy play towards the end for Kerbalicious on defense. But it's hard to make those choices over and over again, and it was Hayate who came out on top. So he moves on, and for Kerbalicious, it will be the end of the tournament weekend. Congrats to him on the top 8. Again, somebody who I'm sure that we'll see back in top 8s in the future as well.
So that is it indeed for Kerbo. Hayate moving on in the bracket. Securing at least, when is it? 140 points? To hopefully make it to the regional finals at the end of the season. For $10,000. Quite a lot of money if you ask me. And yeah, once again, he only lost to Combat this weekend, so that's definitely a matchup we still could end up seeing. I mean, so many people losing to Combat. Potentially a lot of reruns we'll see as we progress further down the tournament, David.
That's right. Yeah, let's just briefly check the bracket out. Let you know what's going on. Winners
so
Final
far.
Combat versus the Mighty Unjust. Loser's side, Honeybee and Show Off. Biohazard and Hayate just appeared as well. So this is going to be some great ones that we have coming up for you. Got a lot of cool stuff going on this year. Part of it has to do with some merch we got for y'all. If you can check it out, we have some very cool things so you can rep your realm, different regions around the world, the international, the North American, the Liga Latina, different characters we got on deck for you too. Please check it out. Amazon.com/Mortal Kombat. So we've told you the bracket to be expected. And we're going to get the rest of that coming up very soon. Stick around. We'll have more Mortal Kombat action for you in just a little bit.
No jokes, no gimmicks, just combat.
PlayStation. Looking for attention, I don't need the extra tension, cause I'm in the 4th dimension, trap P is high in suspension. Now don't bother with the haters, cause they all be imitators. We're real life manipulators, get it back up and see you later. I like me for me, I'ma be what I'ma be. I like me for me, I am who I wanna be. Na 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 na. Gotta prove it to myself and nobody else. Gotta prove it to myself and nobody else. I like me for me, I'ma be what I'ma be. Prove it to myself and nobody else. Gotta prove it to myself and nobody else. Gotta prove it to myself and nobody else. Gotta prove it to myself. I like me for me.
Hey guys, Ketchup and Mustard here, and it's time to test your might in the Mortal Kombat 11 Open Series. Ready to rumble? Power on your PlayStation and head to the Events app, filter by type, and select a convenient date and time. Boot up MK11 and locate the PS4 Tournaments menu option. Click it to visit a familiar place, the Console Events tab. Sign up and prepare to play. Once registered, you can view your tournament details and check-in time. A notification will remind you to tighten your black belt and get over here for your match. Continue combat in the open qualifiers to close in on the competition. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the tournaments.
PlayStation. Who are you?
I'm your worst nightmare.
Any ring I step into is mine. End of the line.
Then this fight is now personal.
It is exhausting being so perfect.
Hello, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Pro Competition event. This is specifically for North America on the East Coast, or the East side of North America. My name is Darth Arma, joined by Mitsuones, who you guys already been introduced to. He's been calling some incredible matches alongside with Ultra David, and that one moment that just really stands out to me, and I can't really shake it, is Biohazard versus Combat. I mean, Mitz, I don't know how you kept it together as much as you did during that, because that was insanity. Like, that was absolutely insane.
To a certain extent, I was yelling and stuff like that. I mean, to be fair, it's not as late as the Australian Cup, so I can still go crazy when it comes to that. But yeah, that was a heartbreaker. And yeah, let's just hope Biohazard makes it back and does well at the loser side of things.
It hurts. Dude, it hurts watching things like that, because we're all competitors. At some part of our lives or some part in our heart, we know what it's like to put all your effort and your heart and your soul into this, and to just see it get crushed like that, like, oh man, that's gotta hurt. But hopefully we're not going to be seeing the end of Biohazard, as he just went into the lower bracket. But we have a lot of great matches. If you guys are just joining us, again, this is the North American League on the east side, and if you guys are waiting to tune in a little bit later, you're also going to get the west side, which we have a ton of great matches. So we have a lot of great Mortal Kombat action for you just ahead of here. So Mitz, man, anything else that just kind of, it's this, I just can't shake it, man. I can't get that out of my head. It's everywhere. But we're going to be moving forward to our next match, which is going to be Honeybee, who's the brother of Biohazard, and he's going to be going up against K7 Show Off. I'm really liking the Spawn. I really do like the switch over away from Sub-Zero and to Spawn. I know he's a really big fan of Spawn, hence his name K7, and it's just, it's really great to see, I guess, his success with a character that I feel like it was really tough for Spawn before custom variations. Wasn't it not, Mitz? I mean, I feel like we didn't really see too much of that character.
To be fair, I don't think K7 went with a custom Spawn even. I think it was just the one, just the Charging Hell Spawn, keeping it simple with the Necroblasts. And yeah, I hope we see him later down the line. And actually, we will see K7 going at it against Honeybee, so we'll continue with loser side of action. Let's see how these players do as we say goodbye to two more players. But for now, let's give a big shout out to PS4 Tournaments, since the Mortal Kombat 11 Pro competition is presented by PS4 Tournaments. Check out the PlayStation 4 Tournament Open Series. PS4 tournaments are weekly competitions for all skill levels. Compete against your friends and rivals for unique rewards. You can visit the PlayStation 4 Competition Center, the one destination that has Mortal Kombat content that gives an inside look at how players play, tips and tricks for all players of all skill levels. All you have to do is go to compete.playstation.com and sign in with your PSN ID. You can see the list of available PlayStation tournaments and sign up just like that. So we'll have these gentlemen in here momentarily.
Yeah, I mean, PlayStation, it's got a lot of different content there. Not only that, but, a lot of different games. So the only way for you guys to really find out, what games are there, you got to go to the website and you got to check it out. And hopefully it's something that, you have fun competing in, no matter what skill level you are. But yeah, Mitz, it looks like we are ready to get into it. Honeybee versus K7 Show Off. K7 Show Off continuing to go here with Spawn. Now, he is an ex-Sub-Zero player. I don't know if Sub-Zero is going to be a character that, makes his appearances during, favorable matchups, or maybe specific matchups that K7 just kind of feels like Sub-Zero has a slight edge over another character. But now it's so hard to really, nail down matchups because of all the different options that custom variations bring to our game. And like you said, Mitz, he does have, it looks like, the regular variation there, just the launcher and the air glide mobility, the added mobility, which was just a regular tournament variation before.
Well, once again, what a wild start for Honeybee, man. Those teleports, trying to test the waters early. And I mean, this is a matchup with two characters with long limbs, I would say. 4-2 for Devora, standing 3 for Spawn.
Yeah, it's definitely, the extensions there. Those moves are so strong there. And it looks like K7 was hunting, looking out for a breakaway. And Honeybee making these rash decisions right out the gate. I mean, at a certain point, especially when you have like such a huge life deficit there. Maybe you just want to do it to tell your opponent, like, hey, look, I am willing to do it, and then you counterplay that a little bit later. Going to be dropping out, mixing up the timing, but K7 finds the other hit. Hit confirms, but unfortunately did not have the bar to extend that combo. Honeybee just continuing the momentum, continuing this onslaught, getting that back throw, going to cut off a lot of real estate here for K7 to show off. However, he does have access to that interactable back there if he wants to do it.
So much guaranteed chip even, but getting hit as well. Setup's working well for Honeybee here. Now stuck in the corner, man. You do not want to be cornered against Spawn that's standing on 3-4.
Nice little low here from K7. Honeybee is forced to come off the trigger. Oh, crushing blow. Is this the crushing blow? Is this the crushing blow? Guaranteeing this damage fully here. And that's really smart here from K7 to know there's not even, don't even chance it to execution. Honeybee didn't have the breakaway to fall out anyway, but just don't chance it. Keep it simple and just get the job done. Kept Honeybee completely grounded, never popped up. So, you know, you kind of minimize that chance of an execution error. And Spawn's fatal blow does a pretty good job of not scaling. You know, from all my experience of, you know, playing against it or playing with it, I feel like those last few hits still do a ton of damage. And, you know, well calculated there by K7.
To be fair, he technically kept it as simple as possible, and it was still over 50%. How about that?
It's so good. It's so good. I'm sure he could have got a little bit more if he, you know, popped him up with something else, or, you know, maybe did something a little bit less simple. But there's no need. When there's no need to do it, like just do what you got to do to get the job done. Do the combo that you're going to hit 10 out of 10 times, no problem. 100 out of 100 times. K7 off to a great start here. That second round was a little shaky, but he made a magnificent comeback there, especially with that crushing blow forward throw. A lot of players know about it. Honeybee definitely knows about it. And if he didn't know about it before, he definitely is, you know, it's definitely on the radar. Nice punish here, punishing that roll. Yeah.
Wrong for Poster.
Interesting. Trade there. Oh, down twos for days from both of these characters. Look at that hit confirm here from K7. That stand 3, just like how far away you can be in order to hit confirm into an amplifiable launcher. Like that is so good. And, you know, that's really where Spawn shines, is that little mid-range game. Like, he's got good buttons up close, too. Stand 1-1, incredible. Down 1, easy to check anyone with. But, you know, you really are at home when you can do stand 3 and just kind of get away with a lot of things. Very little hurt box extension here from Spawn. Nice little conversion. I do like that, amplifying it for a little bit more damage. And Honeybee catching K7 in the air just a little bit too risky. Funk was just outside of it. It didn't, I guess, knock him out of the animation, which I don't think he really wanted either way. Honeybee spacing this out so well. Good tech. Good tech here from K7 in Honeybee's head. Knows exactly which way, which direction he's going in. I mean, just like that. A simple little jump in. Doesn't have to get too fancy. Had a pretty good life lead percent. Now we're down to the final round in game number 2.
It changes quite a bit when Spawn is cornered. Those shenanigans, not so effective anymore. Standing 3-4.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely different.
Does he
got it again? I mean, I would. This is final round. This is final round here in the game. He might not get another chance. He can only do that if his back is up against the wall, if he's in the corner. But looks like Honeybee's trying to bring him there a little bit, you know, just little by little. Gets that nice throw. This time, isn't going to have to be afraid of it. Up there.
Corners himself.
Oh, really punished.
There is a breakaway. There is a breakaway. When does he spend it? Does he spend it all?
He doesn't. He doesn't. He doesn't. Honeybee going for the jump, getting flawless block, but didn't get punished. And unfortunately for K7 Shoff, he did hit that flawless block, but he didn't have the offensive bar to go for an up to possibly get a launcher to, you know, force Honeybee into a bad situation. He just had to flawless block and wait. He had a flawless block and hold that and just kind of try to anticipate the next move from Honeybee. So incredible adjustment here by Honeybee. Not super decisive. You know, K7 was still in there. He was still, you know, throwing punches, swinging hard. So I don't think that he should, you know, deviate away from this specific variation. I think it is working, especially if he was able to pull off that crushing blow in both those last games, that last round in a very, very intense situation. I don't think that I don't think he should stray away. I think this is the variation to do it with.
Something that changed in the game too, I feel like, was that Honeybee wasn't pressing as much. Showoff was definitely trying to shimmy Honeybee quite a bit, just walking a few steps into Fort, for example, trying to bait it down to whatever. It worked in game 1, not so much in game 2, but what a start once again from Honeybee.
Yeah. You can adjust and adapt with the best of them. Connecting those strings, those extended limbs here from Devora, those extra limbs that she's got. And that's what's so tough to deal with Devora. Once she's got you in the corner, she can kind of just like neutral jump and just kind of poke you with those extended limbs, and you know, she can hit confirm in anything, or she can just kind of, you know, be a real menace just over and over again. And K7 looks like he's done with it, trying to fight the way out of the corner there. Can't use the interactable. Think he tried to go for it there, maybe just didn't get to it in time for those invincibility frames, but Honeybee just kept them locked down, and this is definitely one of the tougher corners to lock somebody down with. I think that interactive was a really good one. That's going to be a huge punish. K7 forces Honeybee to come off that breakaway. He doesn't want to take that huge damage. Honeybee poking and canceling right into things just to kind of keep, you know, keep things a little less methodical. Trying to keep K7 on his toes. Get hit confirmed into the teleport here. Honeybee's gonna drop some. Ooh, forcing that breakaway to come off. Oh, I don't know what that was. That was just short hopping.
Hold on a minute. Not gonna matter too much.
I was confident.
Straight walking into a 4-3, the up 3 as well. This is Honeybee, man. All over K7. What's it gonna be? Jump in. That is whiff. Very punishable. The teleport, the madman! Honeybee getting so much mileage out of these teleports, man.
And you know, we saw those teleports, you know, kind of being the demise of Honeybee out the gate of this, but I think he just kind of, it comes down to timing. It comes down to, you know, specific situations on when to do it. Or, you know, maybe it's the intensity of the set as the set is going on, you know, you're a little bit less, you know, on alert. You're a little bit less defensive. Like, you want to get it over with, especially, you know, if you start off with that first victory, that first game win, as K7 did in this set, you know, you want to end it. You don't want to give your opponent an opportunity to adjust, to come back, to figure things out. And that little hastiness, that aggression is coming back to bite K7 right now. Sub-Zero, okay. Now,
from Honeybee.
So we have some interesting loadouts for Sub-Zero. Sub-Zero, in fact, became a really, really good character once custom variations were unlocked, because now his default his slide is one of his core moves here. So that's definitely better than shoulder. It hits low, has a crushing blow that's very, very useful. Way to kind of steal rounds or bypass fatal blows. So he's got Rising Ice, the air axe that he throws, and Creeping Ice. So Creeping Ice is going to keep things nice and safe. Rising Ice is going to be able to, you know, give Sub-Zero a little bit more accessibility to combos. And then the axe, I guess, is just to kind of, you know, be able to do something once you jump in the air, you're jumping back, you're trying to just get a little bit of damage on the board. Maybe with perfect ducks here, getting around a lot of different things. Jump punches.
Smash the board, man. There is no spacing whatsoever. Fighting in a phone booth. The swing
right on top
is going to be offensive here.
Nice wake up 3 here from K7. Extend the combo all the way. Not going to amplify it to meet that crushing blow requirement. Instead, we're going to save it, hopefully for another opportunity here. But Honeybee with a nice hit confirm right into that teleport. This should be all she wrote. Yes, down 2, keeping it nice and simple. And K7 thinking, you know, one step ahead of that. There's no reason to waste my breakaway. I shouldn't come out of there. I should just, I'm going to lose. Like, I'm going to lose this round. Let me hold on to that bar. Because coming off that breakaway really stinks. You're waiting a long time for that bar to come back. Honeybee with the tricky stuff, forward throw, keeping him locked down in the corner. Doesn't have spawns, crushing blow to, you know, get him out of bad situations anymore.
open once again, and this is trouble, man. This setup, things still in range for the Buck. R2 here. So fortunate, yes, with the punish.
Not even destroying all the right
verge of taking this.
Yeah, keeping ice, try to keep it as safe as possible. K7 still in this, never mind. K7 is out of this. Honeybee with that neutral jump did connect K7, you know, trying to advance, trying to get some kind of offense going. And that was just a nice, easy confirm into a little string. No problem at all here. Honeybee ending things classy here with a fatality that is absolutely disgusting. I don't think anyone deserves to go through that, not even Sub-Zero players. But that is gruesome. That is so gruesome. But Honeybee, again, incredible adaptation. If you guys look back at that set, how convincing it was for K7 in that first game. You know, that first round out the gate, Honeybee did some crazy things. He teleported when he shouldn't have. He even tried to go for like a desperate fatal blow on Wake Up. K7 was calm, composed, able to block, able to punish. And then after that, the set just kind of got lost in Honeybee's adaptation. So huge shout outs for Honeybee for making that change up, because that is not an easy thing to do when, you know, a lot is on the line. Nerves are coming at you, and it's tough. And let me remind everybody what these players are playing for. They're playing for points to qualify into a $10,000 finale. So it's gonna be a $10,000 finale for both parts of North America, both East and West. So these guys are trying to get, you know, as high placement as you possibly can, you know, in order to qualify, in order to get some of that money. And that's some serious money. So, you know, that's why the nerves are really coming at you. You know, you don't want to be in that situation. You don't want to drop your combo, because you're dropping combo, you're dropping cash. You're dropping opportunity to get to that cash. It's tough, man. It's tough.
I mean, these players definitely playing for quite a bit. Nice analogy there. But yeah, K7 being another player we'll say goodbye to. Going home with, I think, 140 points. Once again, man, these weeks are ending up. I mean, definitely want to solidify yourself in the leaderboards very early. As we go into the next matchup, it's going to be the Canadian Act, Biohazard versus Hayate. So this means that the brother show-off is actually still in the realm of the possibility. All Biohazard has to do is to beat Hayate, all in quotations, of course, going through Hayate. No easy task whatsoever.
No way. I mean, that Fujin is insane. Like, execution, impeccable. Like, reads what he's doing with that character, just insane. And if we do get that brother showdown, that's going to be a really entertaining one, because these are two players that are so familiar with each other. You know, I just feel like you always got to bring, you know, when you're playing someone that you're so used to playing over and over again, like, you got to bring that extra little edge, that extra little spice to the table to kind of, you know, keep them guessing. Like, oh, what aren't they doing, or what are they doing? How do they usually play versus how I'm deciding to play today? Hayate going with Fujin as normal. It looks like Biohazard going with some Kano. He's going to be loading up Vegemite. That's an interesting one here. So he's got Vegemite manhandled and lumbar check. Lumbar check is the command grab. Vegemite is actually where he turns red, or where his chest piece turns red, and he's actually able to go through a projectile hit, or he can use it to add a little bit of damage there. Why does Biohazard always hit this? He always gets that crushing blow. It is
5 seconds into the match, and he had less than a half life left. Hayate, what a start from Biohazard.
Hold on a second. Hayate ready to come back from here. Good execution, bringing him all the way to the corner. Biohazard with that neutral jump punch. That punch is extending all the way down here. And Biohazard with a nice little restand here. The back one right into the Kano ball. Just like that, Kano Naish is taking off. What a conversion here. The air Kano ball into the down one command grab. That is not easy to recognize, and that is not easy to execute. Hayate pushing him back as far as possible. Where do you want to be if you're Hayate in this situation? Do you want to be far away? I guess that's true. You want to stay far away, which is why Biohazard has Vegemite equipped to give him a little bit more full screen options. Manhandled, incredible string, and lumbar check. You gotta get in. Those are the command grabs that you see here. So that's a nice little mix-up that he's got. You know, whether he's gonna go 2-4. I mean, I can't even. This match is over. This match is completely over. So you're either gonna mix it up with 2-4 command grab, or you're gonna go 2-4 into, you know, the full string of manhandled, which ends as a mid. Both options leading into a lot of damage. One very safe, one is flawless blockable but safe, and the other one is duckable and absolutely not safe at all. And Biohazard's just going to keep you guessing. This is Biohazard 101. He loves command grabs. We're going all the way back to Injustice 1, Bane days, Ferritor, Bane again in Injustice 2, and again, seeing Kano here in the hands of Biohazard is seeing a character like playing at its full potential. Like, I cannot reiterate that enough. I'm pretty sure Bio has like 10 different variations for this character, or if he just played random variations, somehow he would make that work. But this Kano's looking incredible, man.
I mean, it was going so fast as well. Hayate didn't even get a chance to play his game, really, right?
Yeah, it was fast. Yeah, and whatever Hayate did set up, you know, Biohazard quickly got that Vegemite up, and he said, all right, go ahead, do something at full screen, because here comes Kano Ball, and I have a hit of armor. Oh, trying to get that down Kano Ball, but Hayate was not home. Forward 3.
Big opening for Hayate now.
Oh my God, Biohazard with the neutral jump twos. He's loving it. Somehow that forward 3 hit behind him. It hit behind him. I mean, he does do a little front flip on the ground, but still, good reactions here from Hayate, standing up for that overhead. Doesn't want to get hit by that crushing blow again. I guess that's why that crushing blow hits Hayate, because he's a very reactionary player. Oh God, that's gonna crushing blow. Oh, getting him there out of the roll.
Damage over time as well. Look at that, man. Look at his life melting away. Finally stopped.
Interesting thing about this Fujin projectile, it actually doesn't do damage unless he amplifies it. So I don't think Biohazard's too scared of it. But once you get hit, Fujin's super plus, and he's got all that control. He can really, oh, he just goes sliding in, and he's safe, no problem. Jumping to the other side. He loves to jump down one. That is a classic Hayate thing. Big kick. He broke the armor. He's not dead. Oh, man.
Didn't have defensive bar for a wake up, man. Wow. The wind kicks to break the armor. Hayate with the knowledge.
That was a very clutch situation. Speaking of knowledge there, Hayate knowing to just duck block the air Kano Ball just in case he does amplify it, so that you can stay in range to punish, whether it whiffs or you block it. You're just right there next to him to punish. It's going to be a big crushing blow here. Hayate trying to take this right here in round number 2, not trying to go to round number 3. We all know Biohazard's comeback factor is absolutely dangerous here.
He's working on it right now. Look at that. Almost even in life. Once again, man. Who said this is a bad crushing blow?
He's in the lead. He took this lead 2 hits. That crushing blow, a huge asset for Biohazard. But right now, Bio's got no defensive meter. What's he going to do? Can't wake up, can't do anything. Just going to wait. Just going to wait it out. Big jump and kick. Good hit confirmed from Biohazard. Getting that down one in the lumbar check. And Biohazard back in this after a huge deficit. After Hayate was trying to just space him out. Trying to get it done as quickly as possible. But that is not letting Hayate take this one. Sitting down. Okay. Which is getting right back into it. Look at his execution. I guess he was looking for some kind of momentum there at the end. Popping him up into the sky. Big damage here in the corner. Oh, that was a huge bait, but he didn't punish.
Well, yeah, he was ready for the punish. Didn't quite work as intended, and this is essentially a flawless, yeah.
God.
Did nothing but block, what, a wake up, I think?
Just that one wake up, that one up to that Biohazard did. And you know, Hayate, it was
Vintage
all over.
Hayate.
Yeah, okay. he didn't get the flawless, but he definitely feels good about, you know, derailing the Biohazard train. Like he knows he's been on the receiving end of the Bio train, the Bane train, anything, because you just can't give him an inch because he will take a mile. That's Biohazard through and through. That's the type of player he's been for a long time, and a lot of his fans know that about him. Like, you can never count him out, and he's always just playing, you know, these high risk, high reward type characters. Like, yeah, the command grab can get, you know, neutral duck and down 2 crushing blow into a huge amount of damage, but he knows when to do it. He's ready to make the read. He's ready to take the risk, and he's got to adjust. But this is Hayate, man. Hayate is very so aggressive, man. So aggressive. And this character, the way that Fujin flows just fits him so well. Hayate prides himself on his ability to just be a very reactionary-based player and reacting to that, now doing, recognizing that command grab did whiff right over his head. Biohazard putting up the variations. I didn't even look. How do you... Literally, that crushing blow is not in your power. You cannot determine when that crushing blow works, and yet Biohazard has gotten it every single game.
Oh, gets opened up by the low. Hold on a minute. Doesn't have the bar to spend it. Still 8% left. Polo's blocks, not there with the punish. And the raw command grab. No fear, man. These brothers just have no fear. Raw teleport, raw command grab. They believe.
You know, Hayate is just looking for something, man. He's like, all right, I'm ready to block whatever he does after that jump in punch. Oh, wait, it's command grab. Oh, not close enough. I respect the fact that Biohazard recognized that he wasn't close enough to extend that combo, so he kind of just, you know, said, let's ditch it and let's go for the next thing. However, Hayate was ready to react and go switch back onto defense. Oh, forward three going right under that air cannonball. That's going to be punished. No, Hayate didn't get the punish out in time. Does get it this time, though. Back one, incredible range here. Oh, look at that. The way he just dashes out of there, makes those buttons whip, and just connecting at the back ones is absolutely disgusting, man. Hayate tying this game number 3 up, 1 round apiece. No punish there. Very few things can punish because he's so close to the ground, or so low to the ground after that forward 3. That is definitely not safe. I believe reversal throws can punish it.
What is it, -11?
I believe it's minus 11 or minus 12. Like it's barely double digits minus, but still very tough. You gotta specifically lab against this thing. Oh boy, maybe looking for the breakaway. Biohazard didn't get to him. I love how he made that jump and whiff, like letting go a block.
So even Hayate with all the space to work with wins the zoning war, it seems like. But man, he can just jump in there. Just like that, gets the 4-3. Early breakaway. Biohazard, what's it gonna be? With H-Tins? It's clipped by the back one, and that should be game.
No breakaway available for Biohazard at all. No option to get out of there. Hayate saw the confirm there, made the great conversion, strange little air-to-air situations, which he's really good at. Like, you know, when you nick someone like really strangely with like a different part of your string that doesn't normally hit, you know, if you've been in that situation long enough, or if you lab for that specific situation, like you can get nice conversions that you do see, you know, these really talented players, you know, do like it's nothing. And it's not an easy thing to do. You know, you got to recognize and you got to execute, which is a big core of fighting games here. So Biohazard is
Biohazard.
Yeah. Let's see what he does.
Didn't see it.
We will see it on the loadouts, though. We'll see, you know, what variation or what this specific custom variation has. I believe it's the same one, though. It's the same name. Yeah. So he's got command grab, the biomagnetic pull, which we saw him utilizing before. I guess he likes it better than, you know, having access to Vegemite, the armor Kano Ball, maybe because you don't really have to, you know, put the armor on. You just kind of do the pull at a lot of different ranges. Yeah, just like that. So it looks like it's specifically for that back 1-1 string that Fujin has, because you're so far away. A lot of things don't punish, you know, mostly because of spacing here. Good conversion here from Biohazard, gonna restand him. Yes, so back 1 going right into the knife toss, and he's just in a world of mix here. Hayate guessing for his life. Command grab. Normals. What's happening? That's going to be a big punish here. Biohazard thought he could get there in time. Kano Ball just a little too slow, or he was a little too far.
I like the idea, though. Trying to chase him down, not going to work. It's clipped with a 4-3. No fear. The air-to-air, 10% left. What's it going to be? disrespectful jumping. Oh, wow. Hayate, man. Here's about nothing. Wake up jab, I think. And yeah,
and he
match point Hayate.
Yeah, again, good reactions here from Hayate. Saw that, went right into the fatal blow. Says, "I need it. I'm not gonna, take it. I'm not taking a chance on this. I'm waiting. I'm waiting for the opportunity, and here the opportunity is." Pushing him back, not doing any damage unless you amplify it, but just want to keep your player, your opponent in check. Whereas Kano's got a pretty good projectile in that knife toss, pretty fast. It does hit as a high. You can't have everything.
Oh, wow. What a fault from Biohazard, not ready to go down just like that, but
what a read. What a read here from Hayate. Saw that throw coming a mile away, maybe anticipating a command grab, but either way, gets that reversal back throw. That's a nice little punish to that Kano ball. Got a little bit more, but you know what?
Oh, here's a start. Does he clip him with something, man? With something! No. Hayate taking it over Biohazard. 3-2-1 in a very entertaining set. Fujin having the answer for Biohazard's Kano. Fortunately, Biohazard out of the tournament. It's going to be Hayate who faces Honeybee.
Yeah, it's a tough situation to be in when you're, even though you're plus at the end of that spit string that Kano does, when you're doing it to a character whose backdash is just so incredible that it's really tough to really, limit their options, because the backdash is getting them out of a lot of things. It's hard to limit their options without taking huge risks. And Fujin's got an incredible backdash. Hayate can react like one of the best players in the world that he is. And it was tough, man. It was definitely a matchup where, Bio couldn't really bully him with that string as much as he could with a lot of other characters, little slower characters that just gonna get down one check for free. Although you do have some options around that, but it's I feel like we never really got there. So huge shout out to Biohazard. That was an incredible run there, making it all the way to this top 8, lower side. Incredible matches all around. I mean, against Combat, Hayate, very close nail biters, man. Ooh. So more Canadian action
with 140 points.
Yeah,
140 points. I think, if I'm not completely mistaken. Yeah. Solidifying your spot into the regional finals. You touched on that earlier. $10,000 at the end of a season, and I think the whole bracket getting paid as well. So once you make it, you're in the money. So
love it.
That's nice to see.
Love to see that. So again, huge shout outs to Astro Gaming. So thank you to Astro Gaming, the official audio partner of Mortal Kombat 11 Pro Competition. All the caster audio is powered by Astro for the entirety of the season. Please visit astrogaming.com to find more information on all of their officially licensed PlayStation audio products available now. So check it out, guys. A lot of great things there. This is, and again, huge shout outs to Astro Gaming for, providing all the headsets that the commentators have, because it's just phenomenal stuff. So if you guys want a nice setup, and I know we're spending a lot more time at home lately, you definitely want to be nice and comfy. So again, we're going right into Combat versus the Mighty Unjust. This is the winners finals here. These guys making it through everybody else. None of these players have lost a set, and that is so incredible.
Man. See Jerris again. Gets me quite excited.
I know.
It's a fun character, right? It's a fun character. Very even round so far in the Mighty Unjust Combat. And a noob from the Mighty Unjust. Character you don't see too often competitively.
Yeah, I mean, again, Mighty Unjust able to kind of play any character, really. One of the few players that can do that. And, he'll go for if something's a favorable matchup, he will at least give it a shot. Oh, almost ran out of health there, able to get out of that situation thanks to the breakaway. Now this is down to the wire. Both these characters have some incredible, full screen presence. And yeah, Combat was just kind of waiting for that fatal blow. It does auto track. It hits as a mid, but the fact that it just kind of chases you down no matter where you are, that was going to be the most obvious option in that scenario. And that's the one that Mighty decided to go with. Combat's all right through.
He actually went with the fatal blow, having no Sandra.
He's like, hey man, maybe it's so obvious that it's not obvious.
Yeah, maybe
it's
one of those situations. But Combat, man, is having his way with Mighty Unjust here in the second round. As I say that, he's getting flipped quite a bit, almost even. Gets the grab as well. Corner positioning, what's it going to be? Another grab.
Throw range. Mighty is just in the maximum throw range and just kind of, pretending like he's going to be going for these mids, and instead just going for that throw right at max range. So kind of just keeping him guessing the teleport to get out of that scenario. Now, normally a lot of characters get, engulfed by the magnetic pull of that. But a character with a teleport, unsafe teleport, I might add, is able to kind of keep Combat guessing here. Are they going to teleport and go for the crazy read, or are they just going to try to wiggle out of this sand? A lot of down one here from Combat, even though a lot of down ones did get nerfed in the last patch, Gear still has one of the best ones. 6 frames, good games. Gonna pop him up here, gonna freeze him in time. The down 2 is gonna connect, and he's gonna keep him closer to the corner. Never mind, over to the other side, but that's okay. We're just one frog splash away from putting you back into the corner. Going for the full overhead. Mighty thought the low was coming, but instead here comes the regular string, the same stuff. Gonna go for the throw mix, throwing him out of the corner. Oh, that could have been it if he committed the frog splash, but here's the comeback from the Mighty Unjust. He was so sure the breakaway was happening. He was so sure.
I mean, you're still in this, man. Double fatal blow. And the anti-air sand trap, man. He was so close from taking it.
It was a close set, definitely a close set. These guys are very familiar with the way each other play. Combat being from New York City, and the Mighty Unjust from New Jersey. They have met at offline tournaments at MKNJ a few times, but again, they're friends. They play with each other most of the time when they're training, trying to get better at this game. But I feel like for the most part, Combat's got the edge over the Mighty Unjust, whether they playing casuals or they're playing in tournament. Combat is, and again, you also look at the results. I mean, Combat, incredible showing last year at the season 1 of the pro competition, whereas Mighty Unjust didn't really get his didn't really solidify his footing quite yet. Definitely a really impressive player, and the thing that sticks out to me about the Mighty Unjust the most is his character diversity. I say that as he's going right back into the same game, the same set with the same character, but this kid can play literally any character at a high level. So, the sky's the limit here when it comes to the roster. Looks like we're going with the Yeah, is this the same variation? We have Spirit Ball, Sickle Snag, and the low slide. I think the low slide is just, I feel like every new Cybot player puts it in there. It's just too good. You got the mix up by amplifying it and not amplifying it. It hits as a low. It recovers pretty quickly. Like, you got to really read it to get around it. So that's kind of why you see a lot of players jumping forward at Noob Cybot. They're trying to get past the slide and trying to get in there to punish. But Combat's got full control here, locking him down with the low sand trap every single time he gets into those specific range, especially when he takes to the air. As soon as Combat recognizes you're jumping, and if he didn't commit to something else, he's gonna hit that low sand trap as soon as you land. And that move doesn't auto track, so you got to specifically place it in that spot exactly where the character's going to land. So a lot to think about here. Good back throw here from Combat, going to be right next to Noob Cybot. Goes for the forward roll. Unfortunately for Combat, didn't see that coming, so he didn't go for a throw punish or a recovery punish. However, he does hit this. Oh, doesn't fully go into anything too damaging. Yeah.
Oh, look at
my
that, man.
God,
Look
that's
at
gonna feel
that.
bad.
So ready.
Oh my God.
So ready.
That's
I think the first time,
bad.
anyway, finishing the string is Mighty Unjust, but Combat just seems all over the Well, the Mighty Unjust always 1 or 2 steps ahead, and I think Mighty Unjust really struggling to get anything going against combat. Really trying to opening up. Look at that.
Oh, he did it again. He did
Nothing
it
is
again.
working.
He did
Nothing's
it again. What is combat drinking? Like right now, how do you pull that off? I mean, I guess you see it coming, but it's not like a static timing. You know, I guess you see the string whiff, and then you know, oh, it's about to make contact. Good down 2. Beautiful conversion, the down 1 right into, oh, he tried to go for the breakaway. That is one of the toughest, armor breaking breakaway or armor breaking moves to actually connect. The hitbox is so small, and right there, combat just going right into the choke slam, knowing that the Mighty Unjust did not have any defensive bar remaining. Last breath was not an option. Basically able to chip him out, no problem. Mighty, I think you gotta dig deep, man. You gotta dig deep into a different character, maybe a character you haven't tried against combat. There's so many different variations, there's so many different equipable moves. Like, you gotta have something you're testing, man, something a little wacky, something a little different, because when it comes to combat, it's just so experienced, man. So experienced. And he's very, I'd say combat's a very by the book player. He picks really strong characters, and he just does what he wants to do and tries to see if you can deal with it. Mighty going with Sub-Zero. Let's see what the loadout is here. Definitely gonna have slide equipped. No one's ever gonna see Cold Shoulder again, because that gets rid of one of the best core moves in this game. So we have Creeping Ice and Rising Ice, and the Polar Axe, which is only the air projectile. So this is the same loadout that we saw K7 playing a little bit before. Creeping Ice is going to keep your overheads safe, or safe-ish. You can fall as Mach 3 certain scenarios.
Wow.
And the Rising Ice is going to lead into some combos, but I don't really see, you don't really see it come into play too often outside of the corner.
It's already a very good start for the Mighty Unjust. Way better, I should say. Lean opening with the back 1 as well. Goes for the corner. No swaggy stuff. Not in range. Look at that. Everything working all of a sudden for Mighty Unjust.
As soon as you said that, he's going for a ride here. Combat switching it up over to the other side, trying to push Mighty Unjust a little bit closer to the corner, hopping over to the other side, but here comes the back throw to keep him guessing here. Oh, he didn't get into the full swing. Mighty's still alive. He's still alive. I smell Desperate up 2.
Oh. Wow, he actually wanted to go with the 4-2 fatal blow. Not gonna matter. Combat with the jab. Puts himself on match point.
Good, man. 4-2 is good. Keeping the space control here. Combat getting hit with that interactable. Maybe tried to flawless block it like he did that one. Mighty Unjust keeping things as safe as possible. Forward 2 a little bit slow. Combat looking for the overhead. This time getting clipped there by the low. We should have the crushing blow requirement met, or just one away from being met. Let's take 3 amplified ones to trigger that. Oh, breaking away just in time. Getting out of there, not going for the full ride through the sands of the time. Right, little low snag here from full screen.
Combat's still in this.
Oh, he's definitely still in this.
Especially with the fatal blow. Don't walk, don't press, don't jump.
Don't move. Ooh.
Yeah, right?
Oh my god.
Yeah, right?
Don't move, don't jump, don't do anything.
Double fatal blow, what's it gonna be? Oh.
If he did wake up buttons, he would have won. If he didn't wake up buttons.
As we said, man, don't move against a Jarvis with a loaded crushing blow. Excuse me, fatal blow. Combat 3-0 over the Mighty Unjust in this winner's finals. Good news for Mighty Unjust is that he's still in this, but man, oh man, was that convincing. And I think that one game too many with Noob. I get it if you try once. But I mean, that just didn't work at all. Was looking way better with the Sub-Zero. And especially if you are a player that has so many characters to your disposal, I think if you see that it doesn't work, might as well go with something else.
Yeah. Again, it's it could be something maybe he wasn't anticipating running into combat, or maybe he wasn't ready. Look, he's got a little bit of downtime. I'm sure that he can dig deep, see his different variations, maybe some experimental equipable moves that maybe combat's not ready for. But I wouldn't put it past combat to have at least decent amount of experience against any move there, because he's a very serious competitor. And it's not just the experience; it's the way that he reacts to things. His flawless blocks are on point. His read, his comeback factor. We saw that against Biohazard when Biohazard left him not dead, with zero defensive bar, zero damage, zero health, and Combat able to pull it together. He's got quite a clutch factor. So definitely no shade at the Mighty Unjust for falling short here. He does go to the loser side finals, though, the losers finals. So he's going to have a shot at Combat again, as long as he gets past whoever gets to him at the end of the losers bracket. So this is not going to be the end of the Mighty Injustice. We can see here, we're down all the way here to the loser semifinals. We have Honeybee versus Hayate. And the winner of that is going to be playing the Mighty Unjust in the losers finals. And then the winner of that set will have the pleasure of facing off against Combat, who has not lost a single set in this entire tournament. And it's going to be a tough battle there against Combat, because you're going to have to not only defeat him in one full set, but in fact 2 consecutive sets back to back in order to win this tournament, as Combat still has his 2 tournament lives in this double elimination tournament. Honeybee, Hayate, predictions, Mitts. I mean, I know we're getting some intel from a lot of different sources.
I mean, I'm looking at these different players that are still in the tournament, Arma, and I mean, even Hayate losing to Combat, so I think at this point, definitely Combat being a favorite to take it. He did win and take it over the Mighty Unjust. He did win and take it over Hayate, so I mean, if Honeybee somehow can surprise Combat, he'll be able to, get the upset. I think it's fair to say, because Combat just looking unstoppable, man.
Oh, yeah.
Once again, you are week 1 winner. I mean, unbeatable and still undefeated this weekend. So it's looking mighty grim for whoever is next and who's still in this tournament.
I love that jump over from Honeybee right out the gate. I mean, when you have a move that you can access in the air, a lot of characters like to jump right out the gate, because, you can kind of react to somebody pressing a button or somebody jumping at you, especially when you have like a quick little teleport like that. But he was able to kind of make the best of that situation, jumping over to the other side. Oh, big jumping kick from Fujin, from Hayate. There he is, just meeting him with that counter here. Going to push him closer and closer to the corner. Does have access to that interactable, but Hayate flying out of there. And Honeybee with a good check there, the stand 1, to not make sure that Hayate doesn't get too crazy with some options once he lands. It is technically Honeybee's turn to swing, and there it is, basically a tick throw here. The command grab, thanks to that interactable there. And the fact that Lee's standing is so dirty, so unbelievable.
Look at how close it is. The monk! Not gonna matter, the 4-3, man. Shooting his load a bit faster. Hayate with the steal.
That's a big steal. That was definitely a big steal, especially because getting out of that corner with that interactable left in a restand position, very, very negative. Someone can just swing way before you can. It is a tough thing to get out of. Good hit confirmed from Honeybee, going right into the teleport. Launching for some big damage here. Gonna drop the bug, actually, for the Oki mix-up, the Oki bug. Oh, the down 2 win, but Honeybee wasn't ready to convert into a full combo. He's actually just trying to get a little pesky here, looking for the straight hits over and over again, possibly to go for some stagger pressure here.
All over the place.
Oh,
I like the idea of the teleport. Not there in time.
Just a little too slow.
Once again, very even round, man. 4-2-2 fully with the ender as well. Down 2 from downtown. Should be the round and the game for Hayate here. 1-0 over Honeybee.
Man, there's a lot of back and forth there. Honeybee made that nice little comeback in the beginning, but we've seen this happen to him before. We saw it earlier in the K7 show-off set, where Honeybee just can kind of make that adaptation if he needs to. He doesn't let the momentum not being on his side right away get the best of him. He's able to, keep that competitive mindset and just say, next game, next game, next game. It's possible to win as many games as in a row against someone else, especially when you're both playing at a high level. So you just got to tighten it up. I don't really see a need to change the variation, especially because I feel like for the most part, as long as your reactions are on point and you're reacting fast enough, like Devora's teleport should be fast enough to kind of, combat with Fujin's, Skywalker to get out of there, go into the other side is his high mobility. So yeah, he's keeping the Widow's Kiss, which is the teleport that we see there, and then we're keeping that weird Oki bug that I don't know how to pronounce.
Round 1.
Don't try it.
Fight.
But yeah, definitely very flashy M1. No, it's just too risky to try it without practice, I guess.
A little too risky here.
Good pick up from Hayate as well. There with the punish on the 4-3. This is going to be another close round, man. Woo! The confirm from Honeybee. Beautiful stuff. As you said, man, back and forth.
Yeah. I mean, again, these guys know each other. They're both Canadian. They both understand the gameplay from each other. He's going into some good damage. No breakaway accessible.
Yeah, look at all this chip, man. And once again, with the drill, man, he knows his interactables all right.
Loves them. Loves those interactables. I mean, hey, man, this isn't just this one player, okay? He knows how to look for those interactables.
Corner we go, 30%. Entry here. No breakaway. What a round from Hayate, man. He gets clipped by the back one as well. The round, look at that, man. All over Honeybee.
Final round.
Another close match, Arma.
Very, very close. You guys are in it to win it. Oh, he ducked under the throw, but Honeybee went with a neutral jump. Like, I don't. It looked like he was looking for it, but then just didn't commit or didn't think that he would do it. Kind of like a halfway commitment here, but he's not letting it bother him too much. However, just like that, forward 3 gets him right out of a lot of different situations. Nice down 2 punish here from Hayate. Doesn't get the convert here as Honeybee just kind of scrambles his way out of there.
No!
Airborne situation. Yeah, it's going to be a big punish. Big punish. Maximum damage here. Hayate trying to get as much as he can here on the board. Honeybee with a big jump in kicks. Hayate waiting for that opportunity. Seizing the opportunity once it presents himself. Honeybee rolling out the...
I respect it, man. I respect it, especially with like 10%.
Hold on. That was insane. So the move that Honeybee went there for, he poked, and pokes do not combo into anything. That's just like a something that's hard written into the game's code. It's been like that since Mortal Kombat X, where down pokes aren't supposed to combo into anything like they do in games like Injustice 1 or Injustice 2. So Honeybee went for a down, I believe it was a down 1 or a down 3, expecting Hayate to block it and expecting Hayate to say, okay, it's my turn to swing. I'm going to swing so I can end this. But instead what ended up happening was Hayate got hit by that down poke and he said, oh crap, it's my turn to block. And Honeybee canceled into the teleport and just he threw it away. It was gone. Any sense of a comeback was gone. But, that was the read he went for. Had he blocked that down poke, it could have worked out for him. But it's really painful to see that he didn't even get to that part of, his diabolical plan for a comeback.
Hey man, he's still in this. Gets the 4-2 to start things out.
Oh, just stopping right outside of that range. Oh, jumping kicks.
Trying to confirm this time to the teleport. Truly a setup. Yes, sir. Wow, none of it. Out of there with the back one. One tornado too many from Hayate.
The ender drop here from Honeybee.
No setup for you, sir. Corner we go.
He left crucial damage on the board here. Hayate, you know, coming down below 20%, and that's not when you want to drop combos.
Good defense though from Honeybee right now. Really good patience. Amplifies it to be safe. So we want to attack from Honeybee.
That was so good.
Oh, back
to you.
Hold on though. Hold on.
Oh, he
Surely
just
a
did
punch,
it.
yes.
He just did it. He just did it. Combat
Very unlike Hayate, I
style.
feel like.
Round 2. Fight.
Look, man,
Very
Hayate's got the games to work with, all right? Honeybee's the one that doesn't. So Honeybee's a little bit more on edge, a little bit more susceptible to block. I don't think that was definitely not the right call here from Hayate. You know, Honeybee's not looking to get too antsy. Oh,
We haven't seen a down back two from Honeybee being hit here. Or the anti.
Not sure. I don't. Yeah, it is. I think it's one of those things where like he wants to save it for when it could win him the game, and he's just never gotten to that situation because he's been, you know, too low on life for most of the set. Like a lot of people love using that crushing blow as like, you know, that sneaky little, you know, get out of jail free card, or sneaky little, you know, way to get some good damage, whether you want it, you know, unbreakable or force that breakaway, depending on how, you know, you want the situation to pan out. Look at that. Look at that execution there from Hayate. Oh yeah, those ribs. Those ribs are crushed, caved all the way in. And Honeybee's being so patient, but unfortunately there, I guess to him, he felt like it was do or die. He was able to block maybe one or two more things. And Honeybee said, like, I gotta poke back, man. I gotta stop Hayate from doing this. Look at how fast, like, I feel like Fujin recovers from the skywalk and cancel, like, faster than he actually hits the ground. Like,
it's immediately
so insane. Oh,
keeps the
fulfilling that
up.
crushing blow
Combo.
requirement.
This pressure, man, from Hayate. No, that was so unfortunate for Honeybee, actually. Teleport again. Got better too much. Set up City. What's it gonna be? Backs off.
Set up Slug. Oh, the forward three barely whiffed. It barely whiffed it.
Look how close it is once again, man. Ooh, gets him with the tip end of the 4-2. Surely a breakaway? Late breakaway. Bug is out. The jump in. 4-4. And the down 2. Is this going to be dead? No, drops the Ender Armor. Oh. What's it gonna be? The bug into the fatal blow armor.
He just did it. He was just ready to do it. He said, like, I can't. When you're down, you know, 2-0, this could potentially be your last round. And Honeybee doing a little bit of a morale boost here, trying to get himself, you know, hyped up with the friendship, trying to tell everyone that he's adapting, he's evolving in this matchup. So Hayate's got to watch out because, you know, he's pupating before our very eyes here. I think Honeybee is feeling himself there with that one decision. It definitely wasn't the momentum shift that he needs to win this set, but it's the first step. Like it was a huge little scramble here. You know, it could have gone either way. That fatal blow was going to make or break Honeybee. Had that thing got blocked, Hayate was definitely going to punish that with back 1-1 into literally anything. Back 1-1 breast, like nothing would have survived.
That's why I think that was so genius, because he put out the bug first. So I don't know how much time Hayate had to punish it, but maybe that was safe or safe-ish with the bug assist.
It could have been. So yeah, it could have been.
That was actually
the setup.
Really smart from Honeybee.
Yeah. Devora's I guess on block animation of fatal blow is just one hit. So that's a really good point, Mitz. Yeah, the one hit and then he starts recovering right after that one hit, but the bug is still active. So it could have been it could have been just a scenario that just would have been good for Honeybee either way, or not devastating if it didn't go the way that he wanted.
So once again, Honeybee finds himself in the corner. Hayate almost seems angry after that one. Here is Honeybee, another opening with the 4-2-2. And he's out of there once again. Oh!
Oh, what a neutral jump. What a neutral jump here.
Nice.
I love the spatial awareness here from Honeybee, knowing where he is on the screen. Jumping over the other side, and Hayate pushing him back, trying to get, a little bit more of those options out there from Fujin, the full screen options. A lot of Skywalker's forward threes to get under a lot of these little things that DeVore throws out there. Trying to get tricky with that cancel, trying to throw off the timing of the recovery here instead of going with the normal string ender or stagger.
Hold on.
Forward three.
This is still winnable. This is still winnable.
Definitely winnable. Definitely winnable, especially with Fatal Blow. But Hayate knowing that it's his turn to swing. Yeah. Whether she does that cancel or not, she's still going to be negative. It just kind of messes with the timing a little bit. So Hayate just says, you know what, I'm good. Down 1. Down to 2. Crushing blow. Checks your jaw. Your teeth are all over the floor as Hayate brings them there closer, looking for that breakaway or fishing out for that breakaway as he goes for the armor break ability over the other side, but somehow it didn't combo. Maybe he just didn't commit to it in time, or maybe it just get too low to the ground. Here comes the bugs all over the place. The mids from Honeybee, the hit confirm from Honeybee. Gotta twine him here in this web. Sweep from Honeybee at back range. Hayate.
Waiting from the fences, but Honeybee answering back almost even once again. Staying alive here, but once again, Hayate on match point. Fatal blow. Is available? What?
Oh, there it is, Arma! We were talking about this! Surely a jump and one into the fatal blow!
A teleport? Maybe he wants to save it? Hold on a minute, don't get too greedy.
Gotta catch it. Ooh. He didn't even need the fatal blow. Honeybee with this comeback, miraculous comeback, diving in deep in from the depths of death. Honeybee was dead to rights. That was Hayate's game, no doubt about it here. And Honeybee not even coming off that fatal blow resource. Hayate is not taking his lying down though. He is so angry now, just going right into those cancels, moving a mile a minute here, and just going for the throws, knowing Honeybee is just playing really defensively here. Oh,
it's flipped, man. This is getting intense, Arma.
Really, really intense. Soiled mattress up there in play. No. Hayate forcing him back, trying to, again, buy as much real estate as possible, but Fujin can get out of the corner pretty easily there, man. The forward three into the Skywalker doing a lot for Hayate this whole set. Let's see if he can utilize it one more time. Never mind, Skywalker, we're out of there. Teleport not quick enough, or Honeybee's reaction not quick enough to punish that. Oh my god, this is so intense. Honeybee getting the confirm. The bug, and he's away. He's out of bug range. Never mind, no, he's full of bug range. Honeybee got this.
Arma, that is
Fatal blow, this should be it. This should be it with Fatal blow.
Yes, that's it. Honeybee just refusing to go down, man. 2-2-2. What the heck, man?
Doesn't want to die. He wants to make it into this losers finals. Again, like I said, Honeybee, even though he, some of these sets are go off to a really rough start, he's able to kind of adapt and counterplay to how his opponent is playing. It looked like Hayate was going to take it there, but what I saw a shift of emotion from Hayate, where between round number 2, round number 3, when Honeybee made that crazy comeback, Hayate had him dead to rights, and he dropped it. He didn't seize the opportunity when he needed to, and it kind of sparked this flame in Hayate, because between round 2 and round 3, it was like he flipped the switch. He was just like, I'm gonna play way more aggressive. I'm not gonna let off. I'm gonna just go offense. But Honeybee was able to tame it and somehow made another miraculous comeback. And I saw Honeybee's mic moving there, but I don't think we have actual audio feed from there. So I didn't hear what he said. I don't know if you heard him.
Would have been interesting, man, to hear the pop-up. Just refusing to not happy. He looked to be done and dusted so many times. But here it is, man. Game number 5. Instantly with the anti-air.
Getting it out of the way. He wants to
oh, what a start!
This is so much damage, dude. This is so much damage.
Usually, Hayate starts the game strong. Honeybee this time. Right, big first hit.
Oh, he gets the punish.
Max range.
That back one is so, it reaches so far, but it does have a lot of recovery on Will. So very specific things will punish it there. And in that scenario, neutral jump was just the perfect thing to do in that range here. The forward three does connect here from Ayate, but not able to get too much out of it. Honeybee challenging back here with some pokes into the stabby stabs, amplifying it to keep it safe. What? He knew exactly which way he was going to throw him. He knew when he was going to throw him. And Honeybee turning the tables, turning the tide completely here on the sea of blood. And he wants to take this away from Hayate. Hayate had him so many times in this set, but he's not taking his line down. Hayate can be that aggressive monster that he's just slowly holding back, reserving it for the rest of this tournament. And he might have to dig in deep and use it right now.
I want anti-air as well. Oh, another clean jump in the corner as well. This is going to hurt quite a bit. And we'll end up in this setup, no doubt about it. The bug. Ah! The grab as well. Hold on a minute. Honeybee is looking really good right now. For three and out of
He's
there.
trying not to take huge risks there. And Hayate playing a little differently. I don't see as many down twos coming from Hayate, but he does get this nice conversion. Down two, thought the breakaway was coming.
I'm so scared.
Didn't give it to him. That's gonna be it for this round here. Down to the final round, final game. These guys have just been going back and forth. Honeybee just coming back from the deep, deep depths of death, refusing to die here.
I'm so scared, Aura.
Final round here. Loser semifinals. The Mortal Kombat 11 Pro competition.
Who wants it more? Hayate versus Honeybee. The blocks, man. The blocks! Big opening from Hayate. Breakaway coming through from Honeybee.
These flawless blocks from both parties, both sides, able to just flawless block like offensively here.
Ah, the one of imposters gets the hit.
The raw teleport!
Why did he do it? He put himself in a super better position here. Oh, no.
No fear. Push. Make a forward roll.
Yeah, forward roll.
No anti-air.
Aggressive there. Kind of aggressive. Oh,
what?
God.
Under the forward one?
Gets under everything. It gets that forward three from Fujin, gets under everything. Good flawless block from
On time, Arma, time! Not gonna matter.
Doesn't matter.
Wow.
It doesn't matter. He
Finishes
got kicked in the face.
Shoutouts to Ray.
Her face got caved in to deeper to her other face. Bug. Everyone knows bugs have two faces, but that was that was it. It didn't matter. Time didn't matter. All those comebacks from Honeybee didn't matter. In the end, it was all Hayate. Maybe you should have a little bit of pride that you really took it to that final game, final round. But if Honeybee's the competitor that I know that he is, he's definitely not happy about it at all. Like, a loss is a loss. So huge shout out to you, Honeybee. You had an incredible run. Great set against the Mighty Unjust on the winner's side earlier today. And that Hayate set was that was insane. Really, really huge nail biter. A lot of great comebacks. Whew, a lot of good reads.
I mean,
man. That was good.
I think it's fair to say that was set of the night so far, man. That was a back and forth. Honeybee just trying to stay alive somehow in the set. Match 5 finds the match point himself, but unfortunately, man, I don't know if it's unfortunate, but yeah, unfortunate for him, I guess. But that was just a really, really good set. But yeah, once again, man, another player bites the dust. Goodbye, we say to Honeybee, man. What a set. What a set indeed. We'll have some more in just a teeny bit, but for now, let's give another big shout out to PS4 Tournaments. The Mortal Kombat 11 Pro competition is presented by PS4 Tournaments. Check out the PS4 Tournament Open Series. PS4 Tournaments are weekly competitions for all skill levels. Compete against your friends and rivals for unique rewards. You can visit the PlayStation 4 Competition Center, the one destination that has Mortal Kombat content and gives an inside look at how top players play, tips and tricks for players of all skill levels. All you have to do is go to compete.playstation.com and sign in with your PSN ID. You can easily see a list of all available PS4 tournaments to sign up, and who knows, maybe you'll end up in the broadcast here and, you know, we'll get to call the action and you see yourself on the stream. With that being said, let's also give a big shout out. And just look at this juice. Let's look at this gear. Rep your realm, rep your character, and rep your region with this awesome gear featuring your region's league and of course your favorite character. Go to amazon.com/Mortal Kombat if you want a piece of that gear. But I think it's fair to say that we do need a break after that kind of set. I mean, you definitely got a feel for Honeybee. But yeah, man, sometimes it goes like that. Fighting games are something brutal. 1v1 competition, doesn't matter if you have all the fans of the world behind you. At the end of the day, you step into the stage yourself. So we have at least 2 more sets to go. Losers finals and of course the grand finale. We'll see you in just a few.
No jokes, no gimmicks, just combat.
PlayStation. Looking for attention, I don't need the extra tension, cause I'm in the 4th dimension. Trap P is high in suspension. Now don't bother with the haters, cause they all be imitators. Real life manipulators, get bit back up and see you later. I like me for me. I'ma be what I'ma be. I like me for me. I am who I wanna be. Na 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 na. Gotta prove it to myself and nobody else. Gotta prove it to myself and nobody else. I like me for me. I'ma be what I'ma be. Prove it to myself like nobody else. Gotta prove it to myself like nobody else. Gotta prove it to myself like nobody else. Gotta prove it to myself I like me for me.
Hey guys, Ketchup and Mustard here, and it's time to test your might in the Mortal Kombat 11 Open Series. Ready to rumble? Power on your PlayStation and head to the Events app, filter by type, and select a convenient date and time. Boot up MK11 and locate the PS4 Tournament's menu option. Click it to visit a familiar place, the Console Events tab. Sign up and prepare to play. Once registered, you can view your tournament details and check-in time. A notification will remind you to tighten your black belt and get over here for your match. Continue combat in the open qualifiers to close in on the competition. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the tournaments.
PlayStation. Who are you?
I'm your worst nightmare.
Any ring I step into is mine. End of the line.
Then this fight is now personal.
It is exhausting being so perfect.
It's the top 3 of this week's Mortal Kombat Pro competition for North America East. This is the second week of these things. My name is Davey G. With me is Darth Arma.
Hey, what's going on, David? Really excited to be here with you and really excited to call these final 2 sets, or potentially final 2 sets. Could be a double set there in the grand finals if we do get the reset against Combat, but either way, it's going to be losers finals and grand finals coming up for you guys next. We have the Mighty Unjust going up against Hayate. And the winner of that will have the pleasure of facing Combat, who has not lost a single set this entire tournament. But again, huge shout outs to all the competitors that have fallen in tonight's top 8 so far. K7 Show Off making a great run here on the loser side. Black Lives Matter, Kerbalicious, Honeybee, and Biohazard. Right? That's 5 people? I think I said everyone.
It is.
I don't think I missed anyone. Little unorthodox to go in for that and shout them out. But again, huge shout outs to those 5 players. You guys did incredible. You earned a solid amount of points here in order to qualify, hopefully later for the finale. And remember, guys, North America East has a $10,000 prize pool finale. So these guys are playing for their opportunity to play in that finale. And I believe everyone in that finale does get paid out. So there's definitely something on the line here, and that's why these competitors have, sacrificed, not only just, time in competing, but also time in practicing, getting better, and studying all those different variations. I mean, David, how many times do you watch a broadcast and you're just like, wow, that's something new I never saw before? Like, with custom variations, it's the sky's the limit, man. Like, so many different things that you have to worry about now.
Look, I saw 4 Kano overhead crushing blows happen this top 8. Anything could happen. Anything could happen. So it's Hayate and Unjust. Really cool to see these guys up here. Mighty Unjust made top 8 last time. Didn't do quite as well. Ended up in 7th. Now he's guaranteed at least 3rd, of course, as we're in the losers finals. And for Hayate, yeah, great to see him up here. Stalwart of the scene. No big surprise. And he's been looking great. That was a super close set, though, I will say. Him versus Honeybee in losers semis down to the very final round. Great set. Almost the full comeback by Beeve, down from 2-0, but not quite. Hayate closed it out. Mighty Unjust is here, having been sent to losers by Combat in the only 3-0 of the day. Everything else has been 3-1, 3-2. But that's not to say that Unjust looked bad. He's just up against somebody in Combat who's ridiculous. The rest of the stuff we've seen from him all weekend has been really good, and he's going to be coming in here with his sub. We've seen him go back and forth, sub, noob, etc., but here it will be sub. And for Hayate, no surprise, as we start losers finals of this week's Mortal Kombat Pro competition, he's got Fujin.
Yeah, Fujin pretty much the Hayate's tried and true main here. Like Mighty Unjust going over to the other side and going with that slide, amplifying it, and, making sure he falls on the correct side, closer to the corner. But you can't really contain Fujin at all. He's always 1 forward 3 Skywalker away from just getting all that room he wants, just like that. Pulling back the win, running out of there, and now Mighty Unjust. Not sure why he's backing himself up against the wall, but here we go. Ice does get that nice little punish from downtown. Gonna hit that second amplified slide here. 1 more for the crushing blow.
We're really seeing a lot of great dodging around by Mighty Unjust, picking great spots on screen. Hayate is not attacking at. Oh, not quite there on the lands. He's punished. It was close. And Unjust, yeah, away. He's kind of waiting, knowing he's at the right range for that. Feeling comfortable, it seems. He's got the corner. Or maybe not. He chooses to load. Yeah, he thought he might kill too. But soon after.
Yeah, he definitely, he was trying to get as much damage as possible on the board. I mean, he wasn't coming off defensive meter, so it's not too risky to do something like that. You're using offensive meter, and when you amplify, special moves, that offensive meter comes back rather quickly. Beautiful, flawless block up two. Recognizing and going to the other side, but he drops the combo. Huge missed opportunity here, and Hayate taking full advantage of it here. Bobbing him up for some good damage here. Maybe looking for that breakaway there at the end. Tries to go for the armor-breaking wind kicks.
Okay. Still saving that.
Definitely
wow, talk about the disrespect right there after blocking the overhead, or the plus on block. Super interesting by Hayate. Here it is again, and this time Unjust checks the faster option.
Yeah, you want to check with your fastest option. You're down 1.
Yeah, it's a 6-er. Oh, too far away. Here comes Hayate. doesn't have a bar. Can you seal it? It's gonna be close! Yes! Second to last hit is good. And he begins with the corner for himself.
Oh, Mighty Unjust was looking for any kind of movement. He was just looking to check Hayate and say, you cannot move, and definitely looking to amplify that and get the corner positioning. But Hayate, really defensive there, anticipating that quick little low slide here. Hayate pushing him back, trying to make it as safe as possible. Mighty Unjust looking for him to squirm at some point, especially in that range. Fujin is just, has so many options to move around. Here comes the overhead, mix-up city here. What's next?
Here we
Tries
go.
to get as much damage. Tries to get a
I
lot
love
of
the hard
damage.
combo. That's very cool for sure. Yeah, it's impressive. Overhead, it's blocked. And Hayate with the punish, yes. Ooh, and he's out of there. Can he get there? I thought that might have been slide, but no. Remember, Unjust has that KB lined up on slide. Come down to something like that. The ball's block into a little bit of offense. Try for overhead. Hayate there in time.
Oh, a little too fast there to catch the jump in. I feel like if he might have not amplified it, it might have been a bigger threat, but it might have been a huge risk here.
Confidence right there by Hayate to just stand block. He woke up stand blocking. There was no doubt in his mind as to what he was going to see. And he was right.
I want to say that those last two blocks there were very crucial. Blocking the overhead, getting the punish on the board, getting as much damage as possible. But not only that, you're restricting a huge damage route here from Sub-Zero forward into amplified ice or deep freeze ice. Does not scale very much, especially not with that fatal blow that also doesn't scale too much. So very dangerous stuff there. Had Mighty Unjust gone for a back three, which would have hit his low, it could have been a completely different outcome here. It looks like he's staying with the same variation. He wants to, he's gonna want to change the way he approaches Hayate in different scenarios, depending on what resources he has available to himself or how much health that he can play with. He's either going to go, really risky with the deep freeze, forward two into deep freeze, or he's going to try to keep it relatively safe by canceling into creeping ice. Now, of course, the payout isn't as heavy, but it's a lot safer to go forward two into creeping ice. That's going to be a big crushing blow. Only the second part of that string hit.
And now as he comes into the sky, look at that. Can he keep it up? Not quite there. So Unjust will get out of the corner. He'll try for this again, and no, not quite yet again. Hayate with a very fast movement. And Hayate taking no risks on whether that's going to be a bit or not. Here it comes! Unjust! Not cashing out. Maybe a little bit of a different style for him here. Certainly trying more of the lows. Unjust patient. Moves back. And Hayate just really dancing around all sides of the screen right now. He is not in a range where there can be anything to... Oh, chance! No! Hayate even interrupting that. Okay, so Unjust finally bringing out the little risky guns. Unsatisfied with how things have been. No, surely not what he intended.
Oh, risky down two there, looking for some kind of throw, some kind of high to give him that crushing blow route. Trying to win push him here.
10 seconds, look at the clock, look at the clock. I think this is gonna do okay. He's just gonna make absolutely sure. If he had looked at the clock, maybe he might have had a different solution here, but regardless, the round goes to Unjust. I really like watching Hayate be at one far left of the screen, in the sky all of a sudden, far right of the screen, and then playing the mix-up of whether to fall early or late versus ice ball is a super interesting matchup.
Yeah, I think that's why Mighty didn't want to go for, anything other than Fatal Blow. Because, just like that, in 2 seconds, Hayate can be right next to you. So, you don't want to leave that up to one decision here. Big crushing blow from Mighty Unjust. This is all momentum here. Hayate with the down two, getting right under that high. Mighty Unjust breaking away, has no resources, cannot do anything. And Hayate with the backdash, the back one, sniffing it out, no problem at all. This is completely tied up. Hayate has Fatal Blow. He can't kill Mighty Unjust with one hit. One confirm, one weird conversion into Fatal Blow will be enough to take this round, but Hayate still has another one to work with here.
Both still playing slowly too. Oh, it's the huge chance. And is that the KB? It is. It is. Unjust takes game number 2. 1-1. Yeah, very interesting to see that little mix-up after the Skywalk. I like that a lot. It wasn't as brute force, I would say, from Unjust. In game number 1, we saw a lot more brute force play, forcing overhead low type mix-ups. In this game, it wasn't, a little bit about that, surely, but it was much more about patience, almost the timeout in round number 1 that shows you he's playing a very different style.
Yeah. I feel like he was looking more for, the ice ball trades or, maybe catching Hayate off guard, like a little bit. Maybe he wasn't anticipating like an amplified ice ball because it does come out really, really fast. It does hit his mid where a lot of people are usually looking to, duck high projectiles in most cases. So you really got to be on your toes and you got to be looking out for it. So Mighty Unjust is kind of looking for those trades, definitely in Sub-Zero's favor as he does get the freeze, the capturing projectile into some good damage here. Not only just good damage, but also great follow-up situation. Complements the overhead low game from Sub-Zero. Back one into Ice Ball, buffering it in only because he knows that the only way it's going to connect if Hayate moves forward, and in order to move forward, you have to let go of block. Smart stuff there by the Mighty Unjust. Goes for the neutral jump on Wake Up. It seemed like it was the right call, but he just didn't have the right limb out there to make the connection. Hayate bullying him here in the corner. Mighty Unjust forced to go for the down to read. Didn't really pan out for him, but it also didn't cause his demise. Hayate getting some good damage here. Switching over to the other side, hitting him with those bigs.
This man moving around, he is going so quickly. He's got buttons up close. Yeah, he's never giving up. Down one, on block into his own stand one, interrupting the forward two. So that was a blitz. He never let go of that one. So if he made the change here, now we're going to need to see the change on Unjust's side. And that might have been part of what the change was intended to be. It didn't work clearly, and Hayate is on offense again. Grab. Directly into it. Look at that! You see the delay? Just in case the overhead, the common fuzzy. You delay it. It doesn't work like that. Trap on the pressure instead. This time, finally, just opened it up.
Look at that beautiful combo there. Yeah, he's got here.
Go.
Just didn't want to. He didn't want to come off that resource. You definitely want to save it for final round situation. Especially it could be the difference between a comeback and no comeback. Especially if you got the execution put off mid screen as well.
Back in for pressure. Such an offensive play style here from Hayate. The mentality of constant movement, offense. In here again. The funky timing comes out on board 2 overhead. A low attempt. So Hayate's still trying to block here and there. Uh-oh, Unjust. Doesn't have offensive bar to load more.
Punish it,
Hayate's out of corner. The D. Try for overheads. No.
Well, those overheads were connecting a lot because Hayate was like super respecting him in a lot of different scenarios, giving him the opening to come in with that rather slower forward two. Because it is overhead, does lead to a lot of damage. Pretty slow crushing blow to finish it off. Oh,
that is cool. What a way to keep your eye on what they're doing right there by Hayate. So he takes that one. Now, this was a different style for him. If you think back to the second game when they almost went to timeout, he was playing a style of like being on one side of the screen, try it out, forward 3, right, go up into the sky. If it didn't work out, okay, you're on the other side of the screen. So he's kind of staying away. In this game, no, that was not the idea. It was much more about offense. It was very buttonsy, very up close for a lot of it. So that was the change he made. It worked. Now the question is, what is Unjust?
Looks like he's sticking it out.
And my thoughts about the forward 2 from Sub, I think were honestly changed by Foxy Grandpa in fact, this very player match versus Hayate at the We Play event, when he hit 1,000 forward 2 overheads. And afterward was like, yeah, look, if you get blocked, you're not going to take it down 2 crushing blow like you would with a throw. And if you get success, you're going to do a lot more damage than if you had to throw. So the mix-up for him was really overhead or low, and it worked. And Hayate, I mean, in that last game, it worked occasionally as well for Unjust. So my thoughts about it, I think it's pretty sick. Here we go. He's got the same idea. Low now. Blocking. He's gonna try to get out. Yes. Sick idea. Okay.
Just right out the gate, like immediately reversal, going for the chainsaw at that range. I mean, it did end up working out for him. And yeah, that's going to be a reversal punish. Mighty Injustice sitting back, waiting for the rest of that string to come out, because that is a lot of recovery. Reversal slide, able to do it. Hayate hitting him here as he lands, trip guarding him and taking him for a big combo, forcing him to come off that breakaway. Had he not done that, he would have done a lot of damage here. It's like Hayate holding onto that bar just to kind of keep that wind push safe. Could have got a little bit more damage with those dive kicks. Big jump in here. Can he make this comeback? Nice. Looks like he gets the conversion here.
Yeah.
And that's going to be all she wrote. Hayate 1 round away from taking this loser's final set. 1 round away from getting a ticket into grand finals.
Starting out at a great spot for himself. Yes, right there. And now it's on Unjust to not be at that range, or else to have an ice ball out while doing it. He tried for overhit, but Hayate is still very active in those situations, and he's continuing to do that. He's continuing to work.
Yeah, he's trying to disrespect as much as possible without like getting too risky. Oh, there it is. You know, noticing, you know, making sure all the different wind directions do connect for that crushing blow requirement. Back here, deep freeze doesn't really go anywhere, but Mighty Injustice does find a hit. He's trying to keep this safe. He's trying to keep this safe here with creeping ice. Now instead of going for the overhead, going for a lot of lows. Going for a lot of lows here.
And not getting into more damage, which he could have had available to him. He needs all the stuff he can get. He's at full screen. Any of these trades would be great for him. He just wants the ice ball so desperately. And then as soon as he was forward, Hayate's ready.
Oh, big jumping kick.
Oh, this may be it. It is enough as Hayate qualifies for grand finals, sending Unjust out of the tournament 3 games to 1.
I love that, the jump in, really connecting there for Hayate. And again, in that scenario, you know, you can now option select those jump in kicks. I know how much you love option selects, David. So you can kind of input, you know, any special move. And if that jump in kick does connect, that special move is coming out. And if it doesn't connect, you're fine, you're safe. In some scenarios, you might be plus if you do that jump in kick deep enough. And that was all Hayate needed. So good stuff there from Hayate. Honestly, after seeing Hayate being so close neck and neck against Honeybee, I was questioning whether he had anything left in the tank. I mean, that was just a purely exhausting set. Like, not even playing in the set, but just witnessing that set, I was out of breath. Like it was really tough, man.
Well, he's still in there, and he's in grand finals. So let's check out the bracket before we head into that thing, just to give you a little recap of what we have seen. Combat has won both matches he's played so far. Do you know this is the stat? Not only in this weekend has he not lost a set, he has not lost a set in the Mortal Kombat Pro competition this year, because he won the first week of it without being sent to loser's side. So Combat is looking super sick, continues to do so. And Hayate has qualified from the loser's side. So that's where he started out the top 8, having been sent there by Combat himself. So we have a run back coming up for y'all in grand finals.
So again, huge shout outs to it's definitely really good. I mean, it's really good grand finals. I mean, I think Hayate is coming back, you know, through the losers run a lot stronger. But again, I want to give a huge shout out to Astro Gaming. I want to thank Astro Gaming for being the official audio partner for Mortal Kombat 11 Pro competition. All the caster audio is powered by Astro for the entirety of the season. So guys, please check out astrogaming.com to find out more information on all of their officially licensed PlayStation audio products, which are available now. Guys, head on over to Astro Gaming's website. You can see everything they have to offer, and it's all amazing quality stuff here. Especially, you want to up your quality of what you have here at home. We're all spending a lot of time at home now, trying to be as safe as possible. So you might as well do it in comfort. You want some nice headphones, a nice stream, or just to kind of have a gaming night with all your friends. The best way to do it is with Astro. So definitely check out their stuff and get ready for this grand finals, man. Combat, he's looking unstoppable, David. Like he's too good. He's just too good.
Yeah, the last week that we had the MKPK for North America, I remember Sonic Fox saying that they thought that whichever of them or Combat got to grand finals was going to win the whole thing. That was probably the best player in the world, like in their view, like was one of those two. And Combat ended up taking it. And Combat continues to look like maybe the best player. I mean, this region is one of the strongest. He's looking killer in it. It's going to be a tough road here for Hayate against Combat, who has just beaten everybody, not only this time, but week number 1 as well. He's leading in points because we've only had 1 week, but even if this were to be second place for him, he'd still be leading in points because he is just doing so well. So as far as characters as well, in the first week we saw him use Johnny, and then he ended up winning in grand finals with Joker. We've seen Joker today, we've seen Jiris today. It's going to be Hayate's Fujin. Any thoughts on what we might see from Combat here?
I feel like it's a little bit tougher for Jiris to kind of control Fujin, especially because I feel like most of the time I feel like Jiris has have a little bit harder time stopping people from jumping at all different ranges on the stage when they can manipulate their jump in or have different ways to kind of throw off the timing. So I feel like I don't think we're going to see Jiris. I think we're probably going to see Joker, but who knows? I mean, I feel like I feel like that's gonna be at least the one that he's gonna test the waters with, just to kind of. I feel like that's the character that kind of fits a lot of different situations. Just full control. And I feel like Joker's always kind of playing your game, and that Jack in the Box amplifying it. I don't know if Fujin's Airwalker can or Skywalker can actually get over that or past that or around it. That forward 3 is definitely not going under it, despite how many things Fujin's forward 3 does go under. I don't think Joker's amplified Jack in the Box is going to do that. So I think that's going to be possibly the route that Combat takes, if you were to ask me. But again, Combat plays a few different characters, all really, really good characters. We could see a Johnny Cage utilizing some force balls a little bit better, to kind of, they're quick, not the best projectile in the world, but he's got something at full screen. He's going to have to be able to deal with Fujin at full screen, or almost full screen, because Hayate's just got so many options, man. Those forward 3s getting under a lot of different things. So let's see what Combat does. Right now he's just kind of teasing around in the player select screen. What? Hinting at Kodal.
Maybe. Oh yeah, it's Kodal. Ah, very cool. So it will be KodalCon to at least start things out here for Combat. Hayate, of course, with the Fujin, and as far as whether they've played before, recently at the Coliseum, it was several months ago, it was Hayate actually beating Combat 3-2. So that tees it up. This is the grand finals here. Week 2 of the Mortal Kombat Pro competition for North America East. We got in grand finals winner's side Combat, from losers Hayate. Here we go.
Kodal's been a huge discussion lately. A lot of people talking about how incredible Kodal's mid-command grab is, and I think it's a really, really good move. Being able to amplify it for a nice little damage boost and being able to switch sides is a huge, huge asset in this game. Oh, Hayate with some down pokes, trying to get Kodal. Maybe he thought he was going to try to advance with forward 2 or try to get into a little bit closer range. But I feel like we're seeing Hayate with a little bit more comfort. Oh, never mind. Huge crushing blow to get right past that projectile. What a punish from Hayate. He knows this matchup very extensively. I feel like a lot of people would have let that situation go, but not Hayate. Getting hit there with the sweep. Neutral jump punch. Yeah, good call there. Kind of just a stop a lot of different options, whether that was going to be up 3 or forward pull. Love it.
He goes in for the trip. Interesting. What an interesting string to choose at that range right there. It worked though. Okay, starting things off. That range is so dangerous for everybody versus Fujin.
Combat ready to swing as soon as he came out of the animation from that, and that's a tough thing to time. You know, you got to specifically go into the lab and just make sure you can get out of that scenario. You know, to not let Fujin get away with basically murder. Breaking away, he does find himself up against the wall. Oh, hey, out there with the aggressive flawless block. I heard that flawless block with 2 misses. Oh, big punish. Big punish here from Hayate. That string whiffing from Kotal Khan. The forward throw to keep him in the corner. Not enough because he's got extra health. I don't know why Kotal Khan has extra health, but he does. An extra 10% over everyone else. And Hayate jumping over the other side. A nice little kick and just trying to contain the beast that is Combat here in the corner. He doesn't have access to the interactable quite yet, so he's gonna have to fight his way out the old-fashioned way.
Oh. Not quite there. Coming with a forward 2. Again, not amplifying. We've seen it a couple times so far. Here's an opportunity. There's not an offensive bar yet. Hayate will get whatever he wants. He just gets some space for himself. Forward 2 combo on the way in. And Hayate's away. He's already eaten the KB pizza.
Yeah.
Not a big risk to him right now.
Exactly. But that sun
kind of dances around forward 2 range. I love that spot for him. Combat threatens with command grab. Here's a big chance. Keeping it unbreakable. And he sets up. No, but you just can't do it. Each time Hayate has dash forward on wake up into that exact spot. Huge chance. Again, it's unbreakable. 240 just like that, and he's very close. Oh, I don't know what the intention was for Hayate, but I don't think that was it, and he's gonna go down. It's 0-1 versus Combat.
Yeah, it might have just been. It might have been something just really, really preemptive. I mean, I want to kind of give him the benefit of the doubt that might have not been an input error, but you know, maybe he was anticipating Combat to come out swinging with the, you know, the rather slower mid. It's got some great range and forward 2 from Kotal Khan, and you know, it's a very active tornado. So had he, you know, I feel like Kotal's usually in range to press that button, and you kind of like always, you know, you can time your watch to when Kotal's going to hit that forward 2. Some of the very experienced players, very talented players, are really good at timing that forward 2. You know, because they can kind of anticipate, like, okay, as soon as I'm in that range, he's going to press that button, plus the time for that button to become active, this is when I flawless block. It sounds a lot easier on paper, but it's definitely really tough to actually execute. I mean, your timing's got to be impeccable. You got to practice it. You got to, you know, put it to the test. It's not an easy, it's not something you're going to learn in one night. Back it off. He's got the totems up. Oh, and Hayate just meet him with buttons. Not a down 1 check like we usually see in a flawless block up 2 from Hayate. Disconnect on the giant body of Kotal Khan. That's going to be a whip, but he doesn't commit to the whole string. Hayate trying to find something here with big jumping punches. And Combat looking a little shook here. Doesn't really know what to do. Hayate has all this health to work with. I mean, look at this huge life deficit here. But Combat does get the scoop.
That was so sick. What a great bit of knowledge right there for Combat. But Hayate's right back in. He's not letting anything go. He gets some space for himself, but he can harass, and that's exactly what he's going for. He can come in with the wind at any moment as well. And so Combat, okay, moves forward himself. Now, that just hasn't resulted in very much. Oh, no! And he's just going to give up on the round here. He had defensive bar, but didn't want to bring it out.
Round 2.
Not intended, surely. And look, Hayate's movement around the stage has been so strong. The defensive awareness that we're used to seeing from him has been great as well. Okay, great read by Combat.
Yeah, that's a big jump in here from Combat. A little risky, but you know what? It paid off for him. Hayate's so good. Again, you know the range there from forward 2. You know he's going to press it, when he's going to press it. And here comes the flawless block. I mean, Hayate is incredible here with those up 2s. thrown on that, and that was actually a punish there from that range. Didn't get really a lot of damage, but he was able to basically say, like, no, you're not getting this free help. Like, you're not getting away with this. Unfortunately, not going to be enough to seal the deal here. Combat does get this round, and Hayate got to find a different route. Can't let him get away with those things from full screen. Maybe need to, not give him as much breathing room. But again, that's so scary. Like, how do you close in the gap against, Kotal Khan when he's got, very scary things like, fast down 1, command grab, and that forward 2, even if you're trying to just keep the range a little bit more to the mid side.
Command grab's in there. It's Combat, now for pressure. Oh, threatening he does, and he is really screwing with the timing here so that it's not easy on flawless blocks. Still, he dashed forward afterwards like guts in Combat. Now Hayate trying things out. Combat again, not breaking.
Nice challenge there.
Oh, the big threat! Oh, interesting! Can he take it? No! Oh! Huge drop. So rare, so costly for Hayate. He's gonna go down 2-0 here versus Combat.
Yeah, that should have been his game. That should have been his game. Final round situation. He drops the fatal blow. It looks like he might have just inputted the string a little too early before he actually recovered. And instead of getting the string into the fatal blow, it looks like it just was, a fatal blow, just a little too slow, or maybe just the timing was off. But either way, it was a drop. And it was an easy recognition there from Combat. Didn't go in for any kind of breakaway. Or maybe Hayate was anticipating the breakaway. So, I know sometimes that throws off your timing, or your regular combo had someone not broken away versus the timing. If they did break away, it does alter. It is a little bit different. So it looks like Hayate might be switching up the variation. I at least see the variation name changing. As he did go down in this second game. So got a Warp Needle.
Same. Right. Well, in any case, it needs to change how things are going mid-match. Hey, it wasn't so far away last time, but for the very end, maybe a different story. Ah, okay, so he's changing things up here. He hadn't done that. He hadn't tried that yet.
Yeah, that one was a little risky. Yeah,
oh, yeah, no doubt.
I mean, you're just so sure that your opponent is trying to hunt you down, trying to get you on recovery. But now that it's, off the table, I feel like Combat has no reason to be as scared of it anymore. Kind of like when you get the disc projectile crushing blow out of the way from Kotal Khan, after it's already spent and used, you're like, okay, maybe I can go back to zoning and it's going to be fine. So it really depends on how you use it. Like if you want to use your resources right away, or if you want to save them for game-winning scenarios.
I love that entrance. And again, he comes in there, and that range is something you just have to respect so much versus Fujin, and especially a Fujin with the movement like Hayate has. He looks for it. Yes! What a call. He is doing his best to stay in this thing. It's not quite enough, but with punish is there on back one. And Hayate, yeah, looking pretty good right there, especially in that second half of the round. After that, in fact, it might have been the Sun Ray that he took advantage of to get things going. Combat has been punished for that a couple times so far.
Yeah, Hayate doesn't let that get by him at all. I mean, even if he has to settle for like a dinky little punish, like just, straight, crossbow, like he will make sure he doesn't leave any damage on the table, and no free health here for Kotal Khan. And that's the tricky timing that you were talking about there before, David. Where you said he's trying not to do it out the gate, but trying to just mix up the timing a little bit, because Hayate's doing a great job of flawless blocking up doing it and, making sure it hurts. Combat definitely going to amplify it and keep him in the corner, getting that little bit of damage buff here, thanks to those glowing tattoos from Kotal Khan.
Great chip damage as well, but Hayate ready on that whip punish. That was very fast. He got the corner just like that. And he finds the hit, and this is going to be significant. He may be one hit away from taking this. If it's the right one, he's scheming for it. Big chance. Yes, and look at this. He kept it very easy and very fast. He didn't want to take any risks on it, just take the game. And that's exactly what he did. He won.
Back one string and a fatal blow. Not really much you can do to screw that up there. It does connect. It's got a good horizontal range there, hitbox for the fatal blow. So just good timing there from Hayate. Good decision making and able to take it over Combat is game number 3. However, now the ball is in the court of Combat. He did lose the previous game in that set, so that means he is free to pick any character he wants, while Hayate has to stay on this specific character, on this specific variation with these specific abilities equipped. Let's see what Combat does. If he could go Joker, he could go Johnny Cage, or he could go Gearus, depending on what he needs for the situation. No, sticking it out with Kotal Khan here.
You know, the same kind of thing happened in the first week. He played all Johnny, at least on stream. And then in Grand Finals, he played Joker, and we were like, I don't know, because he ended up, he lost one of them. He went back with Joker, and he won with Joker in the end. So we could be seeing the same phenomenon here.
And it looks like we also have the same variation here. The con cut, the command grab, and the ability to amplify the pizza or the regular projectile, the sun disc that you see here, which is really good for messing with the different timings of flawless blockable strings, which Kotal does have quite a few of those. So just kind of a good way to keep your opponent on their toes. Look at that punish here.
He's got it. Right, Hayate is ready for that 100%. I think every time it's been, if not literally every time, almost every time.
I feel like I haven't seen him at least get like a straight arrow punish, like on every opportunity. Big damage thanks to the time spent there in the air, walking around, the sky walking around.
Hayate's looking great. He really just needs chip at this stage. That's what he's going for, and it worked. It worked.
I know that last part is flawless blockable, but I don't think that Combat, even if he did, might have not even been able to survive it there. Does get the flawless block. I like the recognition of Combat, noticing that he hit him airborne, and because he hit him airborne, he is able to combo into the command grab. That's going to be a nice side switch there. Big Fujin kick. And Combat finding himself in a bad spot, trying to fight his way out with those long-range buttons, amplifying that disc. Trying to possibly get something going, throwing the Tarkat in there. Okay. That's going to be
Whenever I see the sun come down, I'm like, oh no! Yeah, out of there. And on the command grab, looking for some frames. Right back in. Oh, huge chance on the whip punish, yes! Gotta be the round. It was not, but okay, it is after all, and Combat is one round away from taking the tournament. Fight. Hayate out of there.
This does connect here. Oh, up to the other side. That's going to be a punish, though. Doesn't get too much because he didn't have any bar, no accessibility to bar there to really make that hurt. Combat up against the wall, gets the flawless block, and able to just kind of press some buttons out of there. Hayate not looking to block, looking to disrespect some negative frames there on his side. Oh,
Combat got the advantage. He's right back in.
Scary. This is really intense.
Reach him in the sky.
In the air.
Hayate get out of there the entire day, but finally Combat knocks him down, and if he gets the right combo, he's gonna take it. Hayate knows it. He's frozen. Here comes Combat. If he can find one more, Hayate in big trouble. Combat's got it. He's got it. And for 2 weeks in a row, 2 tournaments so far on the Mortal Kombat Pro Competition Series for North America this year. It is Combat in the first, and it's Combat in the second. He has yet to be sent to losers this season.
I mean, not only that, David, but all the different characters that he was able to use. I mean, he's not just using one and like applying it to every situation. Like he's able to succeed with all these different characters. I didn't see that Kotal Khan pick come in, but clearly a really, really good character as you can see it being played in the hands of Combat. Changing the timings on the forward 2 to kind of, keep Hayate guessing. And not only that, but Combat did a great job of meter management. That last play there at the end, he's able to jump in. Hayate was doing a great job of flawless blocking all those jump-ins. But because Hayate was a little short on one of those bars, I believe it was I believe both bars or maybe the offensive bar, Combat knew, like, okay, even if he flawless blocks this, he can't do anything about it. So that's why he knew he could swing. So huge shout outs to Combat for another successful victory there. Really dominant sets, both in winners finals and losers finals. Hayate was able to get on the board, but again, Combat was able to adapt. Didn't let it, frazzle him. Didn't let it, shake him. And he's playing really cool, really conservative, and he's looking great, man. Combat off to a huge lead, huge amount of points here. Pretty much, I mean, I feel like he's solidifying that spot into this $10,000 finale.
It is a pretty long season, but if he can win 2 straight, why not all of them straight? I don't know. He's looking great for sure. But I'm thinking back now to one of the very first matches of this top 8. If we could go back and check out the bracket, that was with Combat. Do you remember when he played versus Biohazard and it was 3-2, and Biohazard had the lead in the final round, in the final game, the second to last round, I should say, and he tried to get a chip out kill with Ball, but there was a last breath, and Combat lived and made a full comeback as Joker, huge comeback as Joker, and ended up taking it. That moment right there, this entire rest of the bracket could have been a completely different story. Sometimes whole tournaments, whole top 8s really change on one decision like that by one player. And, look, other than that, Combat still played fantastically. He had to make the big comeback, right? He killed it versus Unjust in winners finals. He killed it right now versus Hayate in grand finals. So all props to him, but I'm still thinking about that moment right there, even still, where Bio could have done it.
Oh man, no, it was a really intense moment. Like, yeah, that is right. This could have been a completely different outcome in terms of tournaments. I mean, maybe Combat would have made the comeback through the loser side, or Biohazard, he didn't make it all the way back. Sometimes when you make those decisions, sometimes they continue to haunt you into those next ones. But again, I want to give a huge shout outs over to the PlayStation. For being a huge part of this. Again, guys, if you want to, PlayStation tournament series are happening all the time. You guys want to check out the PS4 Tournament Open Series, weekly competitions for all skill levels, whether you're beginner, intermediate, or if you're a pro like Combat, there's going to be something there for you at all skill levels. Compete against your friends and rivals for unique rewards. You guys can visit PlayStation 4 Competition Center, the one destination that has Mortal Kombat content that gives you an inside look at how top players play and tips and tricks for players of all skill levels. So if you're watching this and you love Mortal Kombat, there's definitely something there for you. All you have to do is go to compete.playstation.com, sign in with your PSN ID, and you can also easily see a list of available PlayStation 4 tournaments outside of just Mortal Kombat 11 that you guys can sign up and compete in, because it's what we love doing. Whether you're a spectator, some part of you wants to compete, give it a shot, go out there, check out compete.playstation.com. A lot of good stuff there for everyone. So looks like that's going to be it for NA East, but don't go anywhere, because we got NA West coming. I believe that top 8 bracket is solidified. These guys, had a grueling, great set of matches yesterday, through their respective streams. So if you guys always want to support those players that you love to follow, definitely give them a follow on their Twitches or on their Twitters. And David, awesome. Can't wait to see the rest of the action. So again, guys, don't go anywhere, or you get a break, but come back in just half an hour. We're going to have NA West. We got a lot of good players there on the west side of North America. So tune in, and I can't wait to see you guys when you come back. Take it easy.
Jokes, no gimmicks, just combat.
PlayStation. Looking for attention, I don't need the extra tension, cause I'm in the 4th dimension. Trap P is high in suspension. Now don't bother with the haters, cause they all be imitators. We're real life manipulators. Get bit back up and see you later. I like me for me.
Hey guys, Ketchup and Mustard here, and it's time to test your might in the Mortal Kombat 11 Open Series. Ready to rumble? Power on your PlayStation and head to the Events app, filter by type, and select a convenient date and time. Boot up MK11 and locate the PS4 Tournaments menu option. Click it to visit a familiar place, the Console Events tab. Sign up and prepare to play. Once registered, you can view your tournament details and check-in time. A notification will remind you to tighten your black belt and get over here for your match. Continue combat in the open qualifiers to close in on the competition. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the tournaments.
PlayStation. Who are you?
I'm your worst nightmare.
Any ring I step into is mine. End of the line.
Then this fight is now personal.
It is exhausting being so perfect.